breaking point.
Зараз один з найважчих моментів нашої історії.
He called it one of the most difficult moments in his country's history. At the White House, President Trump.
He'll have to like it, and if he doesn't like it, then, they should just keep fighting, I guess,
European allies were not consulted about the plan. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
We will continue to support Ukraine, as we've done before. Ukraine can count on us because this is not only an aggression against Ukraine, but it is an aggression against the principles of the UN Charter. It's on European soil, and therefore we will support Ukraine for as long as it takes.
After months of insults, President Trump hosted New York's mayor-elect at the White House today. Linda Kenyon reports.
The two previously traded strong words, with President Trump calling Mayor-elect Mamdani a, quote, 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president a despot. But in the Oval Office, Trump struck a friendly tone.
Some of my views have changed.
While Mamdani said he appreciated that the meeting focused on a shared purpose, serving the people of New York City.
An Ohio officer has been acquitted in the fatal shooting of a pregnant black woman accused of shoplifting. Her family's attorney, Sean Watson.
The heartbreak of just understanding how hard it is to convict a police officer in this country.
The airlines say they're ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, although there are some lingering delays due to the government shutdown. Michael Wallace reports many Americans will take the rails.
The railroad says 1.2 million holiday travelers will use its service. Loyola University student Topher Royce is headed home on Amtrak after he had a bad airline experience a few weeks ago.
It was a mess, a lot of delays, so I think Amtrak's definitely the way to go.
2025 has been a banner year for Amtrak. It just closed its fiscal year with record ridership and record revenue. Amtrak still doesn't make money, but its operating loss of $600 million was a 15% improvement from a year ago.
Jason Brooks was watching the markets today close out the week.
Wall Street hit the comeback trail after New York Fed President John Williams said that a December rate cut is appropriate given the weakening labor market and, in his view, lessening effects of inflation.
And on Wall Street at the closing bell, stocks were much higher. The Dow Jones Industrials finished the week 500 points higher. The Nasdaq was higher as well by 200 points, and the S&P up by 64 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Coming up, growing concerns over a leaking oil pipeline. That's after Nate Connors at the Real-Time Traffic Desk.
All right, this report brought to us by Global Credit Union. Well, there is trouble through Renton right now, both directions of 405. First, South 405 just past Northeast 44th. We're dealing with this disabled vehicle in your right lane. This has traffic stacked up on the Northeast 44th on-ramp, and then South 405 jam-packed starting way back in Bellevue. Bellevue to Renton up to 50 minutes. That's a 20-minute delay. And then North 405 just past the Maple Valley Highway, a new collision blocks two right lanes. That leaves just the HOV lane open to all traffic. You're backed up into South Center already. South Center to Bellevue's at a half hour and about to spike. Linwood to Seattle, 35 minutes. You're heavy from 80th to I-90. Southbound 167 in the south end has heavy volumes from Algona into Puyallup, just volume here. And then, of course, northbound 167, we've got a 2-mile thick backup through the Pacific Bridge work zone. Plan on about 20 minutes to clear this backup. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. KIRO Newsradio Real-Time Traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM. Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. Washington U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell is demanding answers from BP after a pipeline leak near Everett shut down the Olympic pipeline. It is the main source of jet fuel for SeaTac Airport, which is now relying on fuel trucks to meet demand. Gas Buddy's Patrick Dehon.
Yet in order to meet demand,
you're talking about almost 1,800 fuel trucks on a daily basis.
More from KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman.
A spokesperson with Alaska Airlines says they aren't experiencing any disruption as of now. But they went on to say to ensure our scheduled service is maintained without significant disruption, they are preparing contingency plans.
Senator Cantwell worries the leak could cause gas prices to spike. BP has not said when the pipeline will restart. A Seattle family is suing Seattle Public Schools, claiming the district failed to protect their daughter from anti-Semitism at Nathan Hale High School.
According to the lawsuit obtained by KIRO 7, threats, slurs, and vandalism, including swastikas appearing on desks, classrooms, and even the softball dugout where she was the only Jewish player, went unchecked for nearly a year. The family says the freshman was targeted after the October 7th attack on Israel. She was later diagnosed with PTSD. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Semi-truck carrying chickens rolled over this morning near DuPont, creating a traffic nightmare. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey on what caused that crash.
Trooper Cameron Watts tells me drugs and alcohol are not a factor. However, for the driver,
based on his own claims, he fell asleep while he was driving. He was cited for negligent driving in the second degree.
The semi was carrying hundreds of chickens. Many got loose and had to be corralled. Many more died. At one point, traffic was backed up 8 miles. The interstate reduced to a single lane. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Seahawks head cross-country this weekend to face the Titans in Tennessee. It's a team with the worst record in the NFL. Hawks coach Mike McDonald is not overlooking them.
We're going to take our A game. We're studying the tape and understanding distributions and what they like to play and all that type of stuff. But I'm really been pleased with our guys' intent this week on trying to improve every day.
It is an early kickoff Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on KIRO News Radio. Weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are mostly dry across the region today. Some showers to the north near the Canadian border. Same for tomorrow, then showers increase region-wide on Sunday. Right now, 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show, listener introduction line. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy the show.
Why you enjoy the show? Why do you enjoy the show?
Tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
That sums it up. There we go. Oh, Danny Westine from the Seattle Times. You don't think we talk around here? We are news people. So when you tell Mike Lewis, what'd you tell? I got to go on Curley Show. Why'd you tell him I was on Blue City Blues?
Wow, I'm diving into the news.
All right, Westine.
Finally.
Yes, finally. I can tell you something.
How long have you been doing a radio show? Curling.
16 years, Westine.
Right. I have never. This is the first time I've ever been invited on your show.
Well, let me tell you something, Danny. Bruce Harold came on this show. You knew things were bad when he came on. I mean, I was like, you want the kiss of death? Come on this show. And there you go, right? And then we had Katie Wilson on, and I said, if you want to lose an election, spend 15 minutes with me. Everybody we've had on, right? We covered our bases because we had both Danny and Bruce on. Yeah, Bruce and Katie. Let me ask Danny this.
Okay, hold on.
So what?
I'm going to interrupt you, even though this is your show.
No, it's your hour. Go ahead.
Because I have a specific reason that I've always wanted. I've been waiting to come on the John Curley Show, and that is, some years ago when my mother died, I got tons of emails from people, very nice and everything, and you sent me one.
Huh.
You probably don't remember.
I do. But I do remember.
You said, most people say, sorry for your loss, condolences, and it's very nice and everything. But you said something unique that nobody else said, which was, I want to hear more about your mother's life. Yeah. And I was so touched by that I've always wanted to come on and thank you for that. And now that I buttered you up, what would you like to say about my
No, well, first of all, did you take the advice? Did you write anything?
Well, I had already written. I don't want to go on and on about. Right. So no, I didn't take the advice.
Okay. Well,
but anyway, I was touched by it, and I appreciated that. And even though you've shunned me all these years,
I'm not shunning you, Danny. Come on,
stuck with me.
Don't be one of these sensitive liberals that's crying all the time. You are here. Here's my list of readings. So I get up in the morning. I read my friend Dan Flynn from American Spectator. I look at the Seattle Times, and I look for your articles. How many do you do a week now? Do you try to pump out 3 or 4 of these things a week? What do you do?
No,
2?
I'm supposed to be doing 2, but they've pared me back to 1 for, it's kind of personal, but I had a medical thing, like spine problems, so I'm trying to work that out.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, let's go on.
You So the last
called me about the fickle city.
Right. And also because I listened to you on there with Blue City Blues. So I want to talk to you about some of the stuff that you had brought up on that. So you were talking about the Seattle has a vision, right? And that they had 2 different visions. They seem to be somewhat similar, but the visions, how would you describe them if you were an ophthalmologist, Danny? What are these visions?
Well, there are. So for people who don't live in Seattle or who view the world through kind of a blue, red, left, right, Republican, Democrat kind of lens, as I'm guessing you do. Seattle does have sort of competing blocks in the narrow bandwidth we take up on the far left. And it's kind of, they call it like the center left moderate lane, and then we have the sort of far left progressive lane. And they do have competing visions for how to solve, the most intractable problems in the city. And they, you know all this because you work at KIRO, they fight to the death over them. And I guess I would agree that there's some commonality that they could agree on. But my point in my column is that we keep sort of like metronoming back from one to the other. And as a result, there's sort of no real progress made on anything. And so with homelessness or crime or public drug use in particular, the competing visions are there, but nobody ever really marshals enough support for long enough to actually effectuate and really try out their vision. So let's take an example. You probably want an example.
Yeah,
public drug use.
Mm-hmm.
So public drug use, which has bedeviled the city, we have we have a public drug use ordinance, which basically says, you can't smoke fentanyl in front of Nordstrom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet we do have a pretty big faction in the city that doesn't really want the cops involved in drug use because they see it as a public health problem. And so their vision is, you've heard it all. It's sort of harm reduction, come in with counselors, not with cops. Let's focus on treatment, not punishment, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so we kind of can't decide whether to go soft or hard on that issue.
Right, but Danny Westmead from the Seattle Times, I have to say that to reset so everybody knows who you are. Is it could both visions, because one is to the left and one's further to the left, could both visions just simply be wrong? Right? And maybe you need an entirely different vision. You ever read the book? You're very smart. You're an educated Ivy League East Coast elitist. You ever read Edward Banfield's The Unheavenly City?
I have not.
Okay. So he came out in this thing in the 1974. And so he basically says that the problem with, the Democrat cities that are liberally led, what the problem is that the voters themselves are rich and they have a guilt of prosperity, and they sort of see themselves like they feel bad for those people that are not as well off as they, not as well educated as they see income inequality, big problem, homelessness and addiction, and they want someone to solve it. So they want the government itself to come in and solve these social problems, when really the government is ineffective at solving social problems. And he said that that's not what the government does. It should do potholes and put out fires and things like that. But getting in there trying to fix these social, intractable problems of poverty and drugs and that type of thing is not what the government does well.
Yeah, well, I guess I agree with the first half of that Seattle is very rich, or at least the major part of the city is, and so we have sort of a I don't know, a noblesse oblige view on the world, which is like, yes, I'm so rich that these issues don't really affect me, but I want to, be compassionate about them, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And so that may lead to some of the conditions you're talking about, but I don't agree that government can't at least assist in solving these problems. I mean, one of the problems of public drug use is the public part, right? So if you have drug users congregating in a neighborhood like in Little Saigon, which we have here, then who else is going to solve that problem? Like, there has to be some sort of social compact that rises up and says, okay, it's not acceptable that businesses are being shut down in Little Saigon because of this sort of street scourge that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so who else is going to solve that?
Well, the government created the problem when Bruce Harrell was in here, and I said to him, don't you believe that all of your compassion and all of your caring and all of your services attract people? And then I told him the story about a guy did a ride along one night with the police, and he was 23 years old, had his wisdom teeth taken out. He was living in Boise, Idaho, got addicted to Oxy, couldn't afford Oxy, couldn't buy it there. And a friend said, hey, you should go to Seattle because you can do as many drugs as you want. They won't bother you. You can sleep on the street. They'll feed you. They'll house you. They'll give you housing. You could live in Seattle and you could take your drugs there. And that's exactly what he did. I said, so Bruce, in a way, you're attracting this. You will attract this, and now you're trying to solve the problem, but you're attracting it to begin with, and your number is going to keep going up every single year, as we have seen, and you keep throwing money at more and more of these things, and you're just attracting more of them. And then he gave some answer that now has him, conceding to Katie Wilson.
Well, maybe, but to Bruce's credit, he wasn't in favor of letting them do whatever they want.
Right.
Which was the sort of straw man that you just set up. And I don't think the majority of Seattle is either. I think they're conflicted on what is the best way to solve the problem, which is, and again, I agree with you somewhat that it's going to require more than government, but it didn't really work, and when we were doing the war on drugs either.
Right.
So coming in hot with cops doesn't have a very good track record on the subject either. And so, I don't know. I'm a frustrated, I believe, somewhat non-ideological resident of Seattle, because I just want them to just pick a lane and do it.
Danny, you described.
I don't see them pick. When they say, "Hey, we need more treatment," I'm like, "Yes, we need more treatment, so let's do it."
Yeah.
Like, how come we haven't built the treatment? So anyway,
well, you described. That's okay. In Blue City Blues, you said, well, the voters are very idealistic and they're very compassionate. So going back to Winston Churchill, whoever originally said it, right? If you're 25 and you have no heart, right? If you're 35. And you're still a liberal, you have no brain. Is it that Seattle itself is 25? I mean, very idealistic, very compassionate, but really not very practical. And they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And with that, here comes your question. Your crystal ball, Danny Westneed, that I know occasionally you look into. What do you think happens? Where are we a year or 2 years from now with Katie Wilson?
Well, it's a good question. I think, the one good thing, I know Katie relatively well. The one thing about her, and I know if you talk to her, you probably picked this up, is she is a socialist dreamer, but she's also quite pragmatic. She has a pragmatic streak, and even when she was writing columns, which, death to a column or to a radio show is sort of on the one hand, on the other hand, right?
Yeah.
But she would do that in her column writing. She would say, here's one side of this, and then here's the other side of it. And so I think she's more pragmatic than some of the progressives we've had in there in the recent past. At least on the city council.
Is there some concern with somebody without any experience in there and being so young and not really knowing how the levers of politics work? It creates a vacuum that nature abhors, and then people rush in to basically take control and try to push her here or push her there. What forces will those be if you accept my analogy and my setup to that question?
Well, she's not that young. She's 43.
Well, compared to you and I, Danny.
Compared to you and me.
Yeah, you and me. Sorry. To me, not you. Yes. But
she does have no management experience or governing experience. But that doesn't mean she doesn't, her role from City Hall was trying to guide it and rally it and manipulate it from the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have had activist mayors in the past, like Mike McGinn was one. And, they had trouble. To be honest, he was running sort of an activist campaign from his office against the Highway 99 tunnel, which you may remember.
Yes.
And he ended up losing that fight. But and he wasn't a terrible mayor at all, but he did consume up a lot of the oxygen of his office trying to run this campaign. That's what he was. He was a campaigner.
Yeah.
Wasn't really. So I don't know. A mayor could set up their office where they do the political side and they have a chief of staff who does the management side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a concern. I mean, the reason Bruce Harrell fought his way back into this race is that his backers spent nearly $2 million sort of highlighting that she had no experience in government. And it was a very effective argument.
Not effective enough, obviously, right?
Not effective enough.
So, we often look at California and the stuff that flows from there seems to come up here with the jet stream of some bad ideas. But San Francisco recently has decided they're moving to the right. For instance, with free ballot props, one of them was, if you're receiving welfare, you got to get a drug screen. 2, police are now allowed to pursue. Plus, they're now going to have public surveillance. So I think the city of San Francisco has realized the error of their ways, and now they're coming in pretty hard on a lot of this sort of stuff. And maybe Seattle has to experience what San Francisco has experienced in the last 5 or 6 years. I think they moved they were the 4th biggest city. Are they now number 6? Is that where they are now?
6 in market size.
6 in market size. They're losing population. Seattle might have to go through this to then decide, well, that didn't work. That's why, I endorsed Katie Wilson. Did you know that, Danny?
I did not.
Yeah, I said, let's try socialism. Let's see if it works.
Well, you put her over the top.
Oh, wait, whoa, Danny. No, because a lot of people said, you shouldn't have done that because now we've got her. That's what some people here that work at KIRO
calling you the godfather.
The
of
godfather,
socialism.
yeah, the magic touch. By the way, you have been in this city for how long?
30 years or so.
Okay, you came from the East Coast. Were you educated at Brown? Is that where you were?
Yes, I actually came from Ohio. I'm a Midwestern boy.
Okay. Ohio's like New Jersey, but only more so. Do you consider yourself a Seattleite, or do you still consider yourself as, living in Seattle, but, New Jersey or, Ohio, they're both the same. Do you consider yourself truly a Seattleite now?
I consider myself to be Mr. Seattle.
Well, from now on, when we have you back on the show again in 15 years, we'll be sure to refer to you as Mr. Seattle. And Danny Westney, let me say something to you. I had lost my mother. I would say 2 weeks after you lost your mom. Or 2 weeks before, and it was. And I don't agree with you politically in a lot of stuff, but I immediately saw you as a person. I thought, God, I know what he's going through. So that's why I sent you that email.
Well, it was good for me because it reminded me that right-wingers have hearts, too.
We will leave it at that. All right, Westy, we will do this again and not allow so many years to go between. Okay? Take care of yourself. I hope your back gets better. And you tell us people of Seattle Times, we need more Westney. This one-a-week stuff, what the hell is that all about? Come on now.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Daddy. Appreciate it. All right. All right. Check Nate over there looking at traffic. Nathan.
All right, John. DR Horton has a update. There is relief for our northbound 405 drivers through Renton. Crews already cleared that crash near the Maple Valley Highway. That opens up 2 lanes for you, but it did leave us with a bumper-to-bumper backup starting at I-5 in South Center. South Center to Bellevue's at 40 minutes. We still have our disabled vehicle south 405 just past Northeast 44th. It's in your right lane, and you're in a solid backup starting near 520. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you 50 minutes. That's a good 20-minute delay there. Seattle to Everett, Bellevue to Everett, both looking good at 40 minutes. Everett to Marysville's doing all right at 15 minutes. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. Typical backup. You're crowded from Interurban down to State Route 516. Federal Way to Tacoma is another 20 minutes. You're slow from State Route 18 through Fife. And in South Hill, both directions of State Route 161, Meridian, you're in stop-and-go volumes between the mall and 176, about 4 miles worth of slowing here. Move-in ready homes from DR Horton, America's builder across Puget Sound and Central Washington. Find yours at drhorton.com, an equal housing opportunity builder. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
You know that feeling when your home finally feels organized? That's exactly what Closets by Design gave me. And let me tell you, it is a game changer and a marriage saver. If your closets are bursting at the seams, it's time to call the pros at Closets by Design Seattle. Every job is completely custom. They don't design or use pre-made, predefined, standardized parts like many of their competitors, which can lead to designs that aren't truly maximizing your space. No, with Closets by Design, it's the highest grade products in the industry. Free in-home design consultation. Affordable luxury is the best way to put it. Right now, they're offering big savings up to 40% off, plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. Locally owned, nationally trusted, you're getting the quality and the backing of a national brand, but with friendly local Seattle service. Go to closetsbydesign.com. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
This season, gift yourself the chance to slow down and truly savor holiday wonders just a short journey from home. Victoria, BC glows with festive lights, charming traditions, and the space to reconnect with yourself, loved ones, and the joy of the season. Victoria is just a scenic ferry or seaplane ride from Seattle, making it the perfect getaway. This Christmas, step into a more relaxed rhythm. Plan your trip at tourismvictoria.com.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
If you use carpool or toll lanes along SR 167, some things have changed, and some things haven't. Using those lanes without a good-to-go account means you'll receive a bill in the mail. That is a change. You'll always pay the lowest toll rate with good-to-go. No change. Carpoolers now need a Flex Pass set to HOV mode to ride free. That's a change. Does a good-to-go pass still save you $2 on every toll? Definitely not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com. Free Flex Passes while supplies last.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealership and has the state's largest selection. Get the 2025 Crosstrek at 1.9% financing for 72 months. And during the Share the Love event, Subaru donates $250 for every new Subaru purchase to one of 6 charities, including hometown favorite Paws. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or at cartersubaru.com.
On approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. A documentary service fee may be added to the sale price or capitalized costs. See dealer for details. Valid through 11/30/25.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
Your time is money, so why are you wasting it stuck in I-5 gridlock, TSA slowdowns, and SeaTac crowds? Isn't it time to travel smarter? Seaport Airlines offers high-frequency commuter shuttle service from Seattle's Boeing Field to Portland. Park for free next to our terminals. Check in 20 minutes before your departure. Get there faster without the hassles. Seaport Airlines. It's about time. Book today at flyseaportair.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Eric Butler here, General Manager at Kia of Everett, your simple, easy, fun dealership. If your daily drive needs a winter upgrade, we got you. Our entire Kia lineup is packed with all-weather performance, safety features, and fuel efficiency that will make commuting simple, easy, and fun. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, choose what fits your lifestyle and come down and test drive it. With amazing pricing and financing, now is the time to buy at Kia of Everett.
The best drive you'll ever take is to Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. We are now hearing from the family of one of the victims of a grizzly bear attack in British Columbia. It injured 11 people, including several school children and their teachers. More from KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Macy tells me she watched the injured 4th and 5th graders walking back to their school moments after the attack.
They were crying, they were screaming, their hearts were racing, obviously.
The bear attacked the group yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. One parent told media her 10-year-old son felt the bear's hair against his skin as he ran away. Teachers jumped in front of the bear to save the children. One gouged the bear's eyes and it ran away. He was airlifted to a hospital. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
2 victims were last listed in critical condition. One suffered a fractured skull. 3 Washington Democrats approved a Republican-led resolution today to denounce the, quote, horrors of socialism. Representatives Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez, Marilyn Strickland, and Kim Schreier all signed on. The measure came ahead of President Trump's meeting with New York's incoming Mayor Zohran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist.
They have been outspoken adversaries, with President Trump calling the mayor-elect, quote, a 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president, quote, authoritarian and a despot. But none of that seemed to matter when the two met face to face.
The meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
President Trump echoed Mamdani's sentiment.
He wants to see no crime. He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with.
And he added,
I'll be cheering for him.
Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Amazon starts issuing payments to eligible Prime members as part of a $2.5 billion settlement.
The online retailer was accused by the FTC of misleading customers into enrolling in Prime and then making it hard for them to cancel. You'll get the automatic payment if you signed up for the service between June 23rd, 2019 and June 23rd, 2025. You'll need to accept the refund of about $51 within 15 days of receiving it. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk on a Friday afternoon. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Aaron. Our report brought to you by D.R. Horton. Bellevue to Renton is a real struggle this afternoon. Right now, we're looking at a bumper-to-bumper backup from 520 all the way to Northeast 44th in Renton, where we have this disabled vehicle still blocking your right lane. Plan on 50 minutes to make it through this. South Center to Bellevue, though, has improved. We're down to a half hour after we cleared our earlier crash north 405 at the Maple Valley Highway. We have scattered backups now between South Center and the Renton Landing. Through Seattle, South 5, heavy from Northgate to I-90, Linwood to Seattle, miles at 35 minutes. Got a little more slowing in Linwood to get through. North 5, stop and go from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, 35 minutes. Both directions of 167 are jam-packed in the south end through Algona and Pacific. Of course, northbound, we're dealing with the bridge work that's got you down to one lane at the Pacific Bridge Work Zone. And then tonight at 11 o'clock, they're going to shut down all lanes right there till 3 a.m., just a few hours overnight to restripe that section. Move-in ready homes from D.R. Horton, America's builder across Puget Sound and Central Washington. Find yours at drhorton.com. An equal housing opportunity builder. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mainly dry across the Puget Sound region. Seeing some light showers up in the Skagit County area. More rain up to the north tomorrow, and then scattered showers region-wide on Sunday. Right now, 54 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Home Comfort Alliance. For heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric, it's Home Comfort Alliance. Home Comfort Alliance. There we go. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. There you go. Electrical. Jump in here, Aaron. Heating, cooling, electric. There you go. Nice. Nicely done, baby. All right, we have our Trump sound. Here we go. This is for the people that love him, people that hate him. But music brings us all together.
Some say he's a savior, a beacon so bright. Others scream danger, they're ready to fight. Building up walls or tearing them down. A hero, a villain, a king or a clown. Love him or hate him, there's no in between. The loudest of dreams or the darkest of scenes. Making it great or breaking it all. The Trump administration's a wild free-for-all.
Came up with that dance on my own.
97.3.
Thank you there. Okay. All right, so a couple of quick things that the president's talking about. One of them is a really bad idea. I guess they come in order of two. Let's do the first bad idea. Ooh. How about a 50-year mortgage? The problem is not the mortgage. The problem is the down payment. That doesn't help people because what it does is it just gives you 50 years. That gives you more chance of having bad stuff happen like divorce or sickness or something else that could occur, death, right? Plus, after 10 years, you go to sell the house, you only get about $38,000 worth of equity. If you have a shorter mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, you get more equity out of the whole thing. So it doesn't help you at all. It's just a bad move because it's not the mortgage. If you did the mortgage, you save about $200 a month for a 50-year mortgage. But the additional cost when it comes to the interest is almost, I wrote it all that figured out, $335,000 additional mortgage interest that you'd be paying on the thing. You're just holding it out longer. It's like, you buy a car, 6 years. Anytime anybody buys a car and you're paying interest on a car, it's a stupid idea to pay interest on a depreciating asset. You bought the car for $50,000, took you 6 years to pay it off. You're still paying for something that's now worth, $15,000? But in this particular case, again, it's not the monthly mortgage payment that crushes people. It is the down payment that stops them. That's one bad idea. The other bad, how about this one? $2,000 and you don't like Trump. No, I don't like some of his ideas. The other one is a $2,000 check to be coming to you in the mail because of the tariffs. Well, the tariffs have collected about $350 billion, they think, somewhere in there, that by the end of the year, right? So we put a tax as it comes in. The American people pay the tax. Part of that tariff is also eaten by the distributor of the product. But in most cases, we're slowly starting to see it come into the economy. So what he's basically doing is taxing as it comes off the port, collecting that, and then saying, here's $2,000 for you. You get the check. You get the $2,000 check. You're like, well, look at all that. You might just be moving it from one pocket to the other. It's not exactly a big savings, but the president also knows that you put this thing out now, the U.S. Supreme Court is going to make the determination, I think this week, on whether or not the president of the United States, using an executive order saying we are in a state of emergency, I have to tariff. I think Roberts on this one is going to come down in favor of that's a congressional action, a congressional responsibility. You president can't just all of a sudden say, oh, we've got an emergency, so therefore I'm going to tax. In fact, it was during the hearings and during the back and forth between the justices, and I think it was one who was asked, Gorsuch said to, so if the president declares an emergency, then the president could tax or the president could tariff. Could that also be the case if the president, whoever it is, says, well, we're in a climate change emergency, so we need to start taxing and stuff? And I think the folks that were representing the White House were like, what was the question again?
A lot of people were saying, too, that the early indications are they might rule against his tariffs.
They will rule against it.
And because of that, he's trying to flash like, look, this is good for you.
Put the $2,000 out?
Yeah.
Right. It reminds me, so in 1972, 71, 72, under the Social Security Act, they hadn't increased the checks that people were getting. Inflation, they hadn't increased anything in 4 or 5 years. And they wanted to do like inflation. Now it's built in inflation. You get more money. So they hadn't been done. And then the 4 guys who were running for president, Wallace, I forget who, Humphrey, but the others too. And they said 20% increase on Social Security, 25% increase for Social Security checks, 20%. Well, Nixon gets it because it passes. And Nixon then is like, ugh, because what they did is they combined it with another bill, and they had the two together, and you couldn't split them. So Nixon hated that all of a sudden to be a 20% increase on Social Security. He didn't like that, but because they combined the two, that went through. He even made a comment, Nixon did while he was signing it into law, that he didn't think that's the way to do it. Just all of a sudden, bang, everybody gets 20% increase on Social Security. But the checks went out to everybody in 72 in October, and it was, you're receiving more money from the Federal Social Security Administration, blah, 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 blah. And it was signed by Richard Nixon. There you go. So look at that. Hey, let's buy everybody's loyalty. Here's $1,000 for you. Here's $10,000 for you. What's it going to cost for a vote? Whatever it is. Like right now, the Democrats are holding out for the additional extension of the Obamacare subsidies that were put into place during COVID. Right? Remember that? That was the Affordable Care Act. They decided they were going to, they're going to make it much easier. They're going to be able to subsidize more people. Here's the question, if you're going to argue this with anybody in a nice way. You simply say, do you think it's fair that the taxpayers are giving tax credits to people that make $600,000? Should we subsidize people, because that's the amount, if you make $600,000, you get some tax credit in there, because that's what the Democrats are fighting for, because that's the extension of the Obamacare temporary additional funding from the federal government. When they eliminated anybody making 400% of poverty, they got rid of that because during COVID, let's just send money out to everybody. So if American people with an income of $600,000 would qualify for a government benefit, does that seem right?
John, that's probably the best question I've been asked in a long time.
Thank you. Was that Ann Davis?
Yeah. That was. Davison.
You learn one thing about I'm so bad with names, aren't I?
The worst.
Right.
And the more we practice, the more guaranteed you're going to botch it.
No, thank you, Jim. Here's Nate. Take a look at traffic. Nathan.
All righty. Bellevue to Renton, 55 minutes right now due to this disabled vehicle southbound 405 in Northeast 44th here in Renton. It's blocking your right lane. A tow is on scene now, so this should clear momentarily. Meanwhile, you've got a solid backup starting near 520 all the way down to the scene. South Center to Bellevue, we're at a half hour. Still pretty thick from South Center up to the Renton Landing from an earlier collision. South 5 into Seattle is packed from Northgate to I-90. Linwood to Seattle, give yourself 35 minutes. Got a little backup there in Linwood to get through as well. North 5 is heavy now from the Michigan curve in the downtown. Very typical. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway. You're looking pretty good at just 40 minutes, and really the north end looks good. It's a south end that has thick volumes, but it is short between Pacific into Sumner. Of course, northbound 167 jams up through the Pacific Work Zone. Tacoma to Olympia getting busy. We're up to a 55-minute commute. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
after hitting a flat note in L.A.
Sam looking, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. That's number 4.
The Seahawks head down yonder to Nashville, looking to get that twang back.
As a team, I think we're in good shape. One loss doesn't define us.
Rocking and rolling their way to another win.
You know, it's about us, how we can get better as a team.
When we do it right, it's all within our wheelhouse.
Seahawks, Titans, Sunday. Kickoff at 10 a.m., pregame at 7. Giddy up.
Where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with 0 investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So I saw that you visited the baby chicks.
I got to hold 7 of them. They were so cute.
Do you know why Wilcox chickens are so happy?
Because they get to play outside?
Yes.
Happy chickens are healthy chickens.
From our farm to your table, Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
Husky Nation, rivalry for a reason is on, and every dollar you donate counts as a vote against food insecurity. 100% helps families in need thanks to Northwest Harvest and Safeway. Let's outgive the ducks. Go to dogsvsducks.org now.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
All right, Joe and I are both country music fans. It's sort of sad to see that was the number one country song is that AI-generated one.
That's right. There's number one digital country song.
Horrible. This YouTuber decided he would take every country song that mentions cold beer and put it into one song.
Cold beer, cold beer, cold beer, cold beer, cold beer, cold beer, cold beer. With a nice cold beer. With a nice cold beer. I love cold beer. Cold beer. With a nice cold beer. With a nice cold beer. Cold beer. Cold.
You recognize any of those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Eric Church is in there.
He's
I heard
in there.
him.
Dirk Bentley.
Dirk Bentley's in there.
Thomas Rhett.
Yeah, right. Kenny Chesney. I'm waiting for him.
with a nice cold beer. With a nice cold beer.
Who's that one?
There's a couple new ones that
Cold beer. Cold beer. With a nice cold beer.
Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah.
Nice cold beer. Nice cold beer. Nice cold beer.
Who's that?
Big guy, very popular.
Sam Hunt.
No. Luke Combs.
Nice cold beer. Cold beer. Cold beer. Cold beer. Cold beer. Nice cold beer. Nice cold beer. Nice cold beer. Cold beer. Cold beer.
Oh, you get the general idea. Which then leads to the pandering song.
A dirt road, a cold beer.
This is every song, every country song sounds like this.
A blue jeans, a red pickup, a rural noun, simple adjective. I walk and talk like a field hand, but the boots I'm wearing cost $3,000. I write songs about riding tractors from the comfort of a private jet. I could sing in Mandarin, but still know I'm pandering. Hunting deer, chasing trout, a Bud Light with the logo facing out. Hear that subtle mandolin? That's textbook pandering. I own a private ranch that I rarely use. I don't like dirt.
All right, there he goes. Here's Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
Yes, sir. Bellevue to Renton is a 55-minute drive right now due to this disabled vehicle, South 5 and Northeast 44th in Renton. We've got a solid backup. It starts at 520 all the way down at the scene. This is going to clear here shortly, though, because we have a tow on scene. Bellevue to Everett, we're looking great today. Just a half hour. Seattle to Everett, not too bad either at 40 minutes. In Monroe, eastbound 2, I'm seeing a 2-mile solid backup heading into downtown. Crossing the lake from Bellevue, we're at 20 minutes on 520. Looking pretty good. It's a half hour on I-90. In Federal Way, both directions of I-5 are slow between 54th and Fife up to State Route 18. The South 5 backup is very normal, but that North 5 backup is becoming our new normal as drivers avoid the Valley Freeway where it's down to a single lane in Pacific for the next couple months. Both directions of I-5, you're crowded through South Tacoma. Tacoma to Olympia is at 50 minutes with an additional 3-mile bumper-to-bumper backup through JBLM. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good-to-Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you. Because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
It's official. Seattle will have a new mayor.
I just spoke with Mayor-elect Katie Wilson to congratulate her on a hard-fought victory.
Stay with KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com for the latest.
I believe in good government, and I believe that there's a lot of work that needs to be done inside City Hall.
From the trusted Northwest News voices you depend on.
Seattle has spoken, asking about real change.
KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
The first few steps that I took in the morning were pretty painful.
This is Carlos.
I mean, I had been told by multiple orthopedic surgeons that there was no alternative for me.
That wasn't what he wanted to hear. You see, Carlos is an active guy.
I played basketball, and for 3 to 4 days after, my knees would just be so swollen. And now I can play basketball, and there is no swelling. There is no pain in the knees.
No swelling, no pain, because Carlos went to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm just happy to be able to be out there. And then knowing that tomorrow I am not going to suffer for this.
What do you say to your friends and family who are in pain?
I say, I had horrible knee pain and stem cells really worked for me. You might want to go to Dr. Wagner, just get a consultation before you have surgery.
Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
She and Ursula, weekdays from 9 to noon on KIRO News Radio.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
After insults, President Trump praises New York's mayor-elect.
I feel very confident that he can do a very good job.
Holiday getaway begins.
I feel like they're handling it pretty well. It didn't take me too long to check in.
U.S.-backed plan to end Russia-Ukraine war.
It's a proposal that no Ukrainian leader could ever sign.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. President Trump and New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani seem to have put aside their differences during a cordial meeting at the White House. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
They have been outspoken adversaries, with President Trump calling the mayor-elect, quote, a 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president, quote, authoritarian and a despot. But none of that seemed to matter when the two met face to face.
The meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
President Trump echoed Mamdani's sentiment.
He wants to see no crime. He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with.
And he added,
I'll be cheering for him.
Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Texas asks the U.S. Supreme Court for an order to use a congressional map that a lower court ruled is likely racially biased. The Thanksgiving holiday travel period kicks off today. At Denver's airport,
we're hoping everything's smooth, and we're so glad that the government's back on and TSA's at full throttle and all of the flight controllers, so thank goodness.
CBS's Chris Van Cleve at Miami's airport says some airports are still cranking into gear after the government shutdown.
There's some booking data that indicates travel headaches caused by the government shutdown may have put a bit of a dent into the airline's prediction of a record 31 million flyers because the pace of bookings slowed in November. And some airports report they are still getting back to normal in terms of TSA staffing at their checkpoints.
There are almost 290 cancellations and over 4,500 delays in the U.S., according to FlightAware. An officer at St. Louis's busiest airport early this morning shot and killed a man who police say showed a knife when told he was in an area where he shouldn't have been and refused to leave and wouldn't stop coming toward them even after being tased. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky indicates relations with the U.S. could be on the line after receiving the U.S.'s proposal to end the Russia-Ukraine war. It includes Russian President Vladimir Putin's demands of territorial concessions. Former CBS News Moscow bureau chief Beth Noble.
I think what Ukrainian President Zelensky is trying to signal here is that he wants President Trump to swing back to Ukraine's side and to try to structure a peace deal that won't just give Russia everything it wants.
Stocks rose on Wall Street. The Dow climbed 493 points. Now this.
The annual Progressive Keys to Progress program provides vehicles to deserving veterans, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more at keystoprogress.com.
Coming up, a U.S. Senator demanding answers about a pipeline leak. That's after Nate Connors at the Real-Time Traffic Desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you 50 minutes. We still have our disabled vehicles, South 405 and Northeast 44th in Renton. It's blocking your right lane, and you're in a solid backup from about 520 there in Bellevue all the way to the seam. Now, heading north, Bellevue to Everett looking great, just a half hour. Seattle to Everett, you're doing pretty good, too, at 40 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, though, a 45-minute trip. You got just a tiny backup in Linwood, so the brunt of this is bumper to bumper from Northgate all the way down to I-90. Now, crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, we're doing okay on 520. It's a 20-minute trip. You're going to jam up about mid-span. It's a half hour on I-90. You're slow from Mercer Island into Seattle. Seattle to Federal Way looking pretty good at a half hour. Both directions of I-5 are pretty crowded through South Tacoma right now. Tacoma to Olympia at 50 minutes with another 3-mile bumper-to-bumper backup through JBLM. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. A Washington U.S. Senator says she is worried a BP pipeline leak could hurt holiday traffic at SeaTac airports. This week, BP shut off the Olympic pipeline, the airport's main source of jet fuel. KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman has more.
Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy says the pipeline shutdown shouldn't impact domestic flights from SeaTac.
If you're traveling overseas, that could be problematic because those jets, some of the larger Boeings take tens of thousands of gallons of jet fuel.
Governor Bob Ferguson has issued an emergency declaration to ensure jet fuel can get to SEA.
Now, Senator Maria Cantwell is demanding answers from BP, which has not yet said when that pipeline will restart. A 20-year-old man is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the drive-by shooting deaths of 2 teenage brothers in Lacey last week. Another 20-year-old man is expected to be charged by Monday. Deputies say those men killed the boys, mistaking them for people who'd been involved in an earlier shooting. New federal lawsuit claims a Tesla defect caused a fiery crash in Tacoma that killed a woman and critically injured her husband.
According to court documents obtained by KIRO 7, the couple's 2018 Model 3 suddenly accelerated without warning on January 7, 2023, forcing Jeff Dennis to swerve. The car eventually crashed into a utility pole and burst into flames, trapping the couple inside. Wendy Dennis, his wife, died at the scene. The suit alleges Tesla knew about the sudden acceleration issue and battery fire risks for years. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
A semi-truck carrying live chickens crashed this morning, causing a traffic nightmare on I-5 near DuPont. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has more.
Trooper Cameron Watts says the driver admitted he fell asleep at the wheel on the interstate.
He did wake up out of his sleep, tried to do some steering corrections. It didn't go too well.
The semi was carrying hundreds of chickens. Many got loose and had to be corralled. Many more died. At one point, traffic was backed up 8 miles. The interstate reduced to a single lane. WSP didn't know where the chickens were coming from or where they were headed. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Seeing some showers mainly north of Snohomish County right now. Same for tomorrow, and then more widespread rain expected on Sunday. Right now, 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Are y'all keeping the camera on me back there in the little video room?
He's talking to you, Andrew.
Good. We're having trouble in the video room. But he has a little attitude adjustment that we're going to fix it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't care what your mama thinks and your daddy thinks.
Yeah, this is Roy. He got mad at you.
And I don't have a better friend than your mama. But, Mama, you get out of my way when I'm messing with that boy because I'm his preacher. I'm yours when I'm talking to you. But I'm his when I'm talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
And last I checked, he's a grown man.
Yeah.
And that video room ain't going to be a youth hangout. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, son, you don't care about what I want to do right.
Right.
Because if you loved me and you submitted to me, you'd know what my heart is and my message is, and you wouldn't go about establishing your own kingdom in the video room.
That's what Aaron heard. Wow. I didn't know he loved you.
Apparently he does. Doesn't sound like it, though.
He cares. He cares. You turn it into that. It's like you turn it into a boys' club back there in the video room.
My own little kingdom.
Your own kingdom. Dive it in. Your kingdom. Dive it in. All right. 1-888-973-5476. All right. Well, workers of the world unite. The first thing that our new mayor did after she gave her speech, talking about we all need to come together as a community, and we're gonna, here we go. And then they hightail it out of there and head over to a Starbucks strike protest. So she was over there for that. By the way, one little quick note. This is from James in the newsroom. He said, man, I went there to cover the press conference for her big opening speech. They had no podium for her.
Well, she just got there.
I know, but if you're going to do a press conference, have a podium. And he said they had nobody behind her.
He had
a lot of learning to do. All right, so the baristas, they want some more money. Here's KIRO 7 explaining the Starbucks statement regarding the strike.
We have been very clear. When the union is ready to come back, we're ready to talk. That statement continues on to read that any agreement needs to reflect that Starbucks offers the best job in retail, including more than $30 an hour on average pay and benefits for hourly workers.
Yeah, a lot of bennies, right? They'll put money into your 401k. They get retirement for you. They'll send you to college if you want to go. If you'd like to have a body part removed, they'll do that for you. They got a whole bunch of stuff that they'll give you. So overall, if you give Starbucks makes a buck. By the time it gets all the way down to the bottom, they got about 10 cents left over, and their total cost of what they're paying everybody. I mean, Howard Schultz this is going back a number of years ago. Somebody was complaining, I guess it was at a shareholders meeting, and he said, just leave. You don't want to work here, don't work here. You don't have to work here. Just quit. Just go somewhere else. Yeah. It's not like you have to work at a coffee shop. Find something else you want to do. Who spoke? Jake spoke to one of the striking baristas?
Jake Chapman from KIRO.
Okay.
We spoke with one worker on strike, and she argues if Starbucks cared about them, then they'd get a contract done right now.
We have been waiting.
I don't know what you're going to say, but let me give you a little bit of advice here from old man. Ready? They don't care. They don't care. Your boss doesn't care about anything other than having somebody show up, not clog the toilet and scream at a customer. They don't care. They don't care about you. That's not their job. They're not being paid to care about you. They care that someone's at work, that somebody didn't throw a hot coffee in somebody's face, somebody didn't slip and fall, somebody didn't, have somebody shooting up drugs in the bathroom. They don't care. They're not there to care. Your boss and you are diametrically opposed from the very beginning of your relationship. You want more money to work less. They want you to work more for less money. There is no caring. This idea of, you're a team member or you're a partner. No, you're not. Don't fall for it. Just show up, do your job, get the money, and if it sucks and you don't like it, leave. You're not forced to have to work there. They mentioned caring. I'm gonna blow my top.
And they'd get a contract done right now.
We have been waiting for the company to come back to the table and bargain with us to finish our contract. And we've been waiting since last year. And we're ready just to finish our contract strong and be back, to work when that's done.
So it's not clear exactly how long this strike will last. Last year when they were on strike, it was about 5 days or so.
I can't believe this. No offense, but it's a low-skill job. And it's a low-skill pay. The fact that somebody's making $30 or $35, but you get the tips in there, and then you get all the additional stuff that you get to make coffee? Oh, you don't understand. It's extremely difficult. Okay, well, it's not really. So somebody else could be taught to do it. And you then do it. It's not a job where $35 an hour plus the additional cost of all of that sort of stuff. And they believe, Starbucks has the money, but they're not giving it to us. They're intentionally trying to block the strike. Yeah, they don't want you to unionize because now that's just even more money that's going into this thing. I just can't. We're talking about making coffee. It's a weird sort of thing where I'm going to work there. What's your life plan? I'm going to work as a barista for the rest of my life? Or I want them to provide all of this stuff for me. I want them to care about me. They don't give a rat's ass about you. Just show up on time, get your work. If you don't like it, quit and go somewhere else. I mean, am I being cold-hearted? Am I a cold-hearted orb that stole the night, that ruled the colors from our site? Am I? I asked you, Joe, who's one step up from a barista.
I mean, honestly, with the numbers you just rattled off, I might go to Starbucks and take one of their jobs. Here's what they say, and I don't disagree with you. This is from the Starbucks Workers United website. They say every day across the U.S. we're dealing with issues like short staffing, unpredictable scheduling, low pay, rising healthcare costs, harassment, broken equipment, and unfair discipline.
Okay. I will give them this. In order to save money, they short the staff, right? How many people do we need on? Well, they look at it and they're like, okay, how quickly? Because they all want to talk about the delivery of the coffee from the time it's come in through the drive-through. Because they treat the drive-through better. Right. So drive-through comes in. For the time the order comes in, what's the time that the person gets the thing? Is it like 1.5 minutes? They're always trying to get that number down. The same thing they do at Safeway. What's your beep and scan rate? They test all that sort of stuff because they want to, how efficient. Well, they get a big rush and then it's quiet. So they don't want to have like 5 people on or 4 people. So can we do it with 3? Can we maximize our profit with 3? Well, what happens is you get a big crush, and then it's like, oh, my God, we're running around trying to get all this stuff and remember all these orders. It sucks, right? Because there's only 3. If they gave us 4, would that be able to cover more of it? Well, then that's more cost per unit. Then you got to pump out more. So they're just running those numbers all the time. Yeah, it sucks. Then quit. You didn't spend 10 years of your life going to medical school and you have this incredible skill, or you dedicated your entire life to this thing. And I've got just so much in. I've got this sunk cost that I've dedicated my life to this career. And now all of a sudden they're asking me to work longer. Quit. Go get another job. Or even better, if you really want to free yourself, not from a union or a corporation, find the thing that you do really well. And then you have people pay you for your unique skill. Find out what it is. Don't all of a sudden just follow the crowd and be protected by the union where you don't have to challenge yourself. You will always be a slave to someone, either to the union or the boss. What is it that makes you unique, that allows you to really prosper in a world? I hate the thing about follow your passion, but you have to be able to realize, do I just want to be one more cog in the system? Then you'll be treated like a cog. And you'll always be part of that. And then you can always complain because somebody's taking advantage of you. You're not getting paid what you think it's worth, or the guy's trying to screw you over. You're absolutely right. Well, if it wasn't here, it would be another place. And if it's not there, it's another place. It sucks. It does suck. That's the reality of it. And then Katie, our new mayor, goes over and cheering them all on.
That is why I am proud to join them on their picket line and proud to say loud and clear, I am not buying Starbucks and you should not either. And I would like to close with a message to Starbucks. This is your home.
Do you speed up her voice?
Nope.
Oh, she's changed her voice. It's faster now.
Town and mine. Seattle's making some changes right now. And I urge you to do the right thing. Because in Seattle, when workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
That does sound sped up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's sped up.
Yeah, I didn't do it, but somebody did.
That's not fair.
No.
When it comes to a strike and everybody's out there on the picket line, like you're making airplanes and you're making a $30 billion, $50 billion, or $7 billion, whatever it is you're producing, and you have a unique skill to be able to produce that airplane, and there's some country that's promised a plane, you better get on there because we were talking about big problems. Here's the deal with coffee. I know this is going to come as a great surprise to anybody. I could go get my coffee somewhere else. Not my jet, not my 737 MAX. Can't go anywhere for the 777. I'll just go down the street somewhere else. So Starbucks, people march around out front. Oh, okay, too bad. I'll just go somewhere else. So when Katie's like, don't go there. Okay, I guess I'll go somewhere else. I'll find some coffee. I'll go to Cafe Vita. I'll go to McDonald's. I'll go to some other place and get coffee. It's not like that's the only place you can get coffee. You have no power. You have zero power. Nothing, because the consumer will go right around your line. And when people are like, well, it's killing us because you don't care about us. It's the same thing where if the price keeps going higher, people will find some other place to go. If Starbucks price keeps going up, but the price of coffee is going to be going way up. In fact, it's gone up 3 times in this year. The price of coffee has increased, and it's going to continue to increase. It's going to be a pressure point where people are like, I'm going to want to pay $8 for a cup of coffee. And then all of a sudden they'll make it home. They'll make some other way to get it. They'll just go somewhere else. There's no loyalty. People all have a nice relationship with the person that comes into the store because they got a little name badge on and I welcome in. How's your day going? Get community somewhere else, but you have no leverage.
Well, and
Zero.
The vast majority of Starbucks, even in this area, are not unionized.
Right, but what are you going to get? You get better medical? Again, this is the marketplace. Your skill is replaceable. That's the sad part. Oh, why does that person make amount of money? If you can throw a ball from 60 feet, 6 inches away, 104 miles an hour, you're going to get paid a lot of money. If you have the ability to do something that somebody else in the marketplace can't do, you're going to be paid a lot of money if people like what you do. Name any singer, name any dancer, name any performer, name any artist, name any music, movie star, whatever it is. People love that guy. I'll pay you $28 million for people to watch you in a movie, right? That's it. You got a marketable skill. People will pay you for it. What's the marketable skill?
They're getting paid pretty well.
Put that coffee down.
Put the coffee down. What's that?
I said they're getting paid pretty well for it.
Yeah. So a friend just writes in and says Starbucks has had good benefits, but it's basically a glorified job that could be replaced by somebody else. Why aren't McDonald's fry cooks striking? Because the folks in the coffee business are idealistic, he says, or she says. You don't see the people at McDonald's know they're just frying potatoes. This union thing is, affecting a whole bunch of other businesses as well. And then the last part I would say is that here's Katie Wilson. Come on now. Starbucks generates a lot of revenue, which is a lot of taxes, which is the corporate headquarters is here. You can't start out your first day in office going over there, and pooping on them. No. Because that you're going to have to learn. This is going to be job one right now. You cannot have your socialist utopia without the golden goose. And the golden goose poops out coffee. And you got to make sure you take care of that golden goose. That's one of your little golden geese. The little egg is your cash. Don't make them mad. Learn to work with them. The fact that somebody that's working there wants, another $2 an hour or something like that, I get it. It sucks if you're understaffed, machines are breaking, or you don't like to wear the uniform, but it still gets back to, if you don't like it, too bad. I remember, I'll tell you a quick story. I was at WGAL-TV. I was getting paid crap, $18,000. The person that had the job before me was making $32,000. And I found out from somebody. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, I'm really getting screwed over on this. And I went in to talk to the news director. And everybody is like, oh, go in and talk to Ed. So I went in, and they're all in the other room laughing. I didn't know what the deal was. And I went in, and I said to him, hey, Ed, can I see you for a second? Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Shut the door. He's a little Marine sitting there in the chair. I don't want to ruin this book, but okay, I'll do it anyway. And then he goes like this. He goes, what's the problem? I said, well, I just, kind of not making it. I'm getting paid $18,500. The person before me, I found out was making $32,000. So it's like, well, where's the money? And just my rent's high, and it's kind of hard for $18,000. I'm working 6 days a week. I'm doing weather on the week. Yeah. Sounds tough. That's tough. That is tough. Whew. Man, I feel for you. I really feel for you. Do me a favor? I was like, yeah. Open the door. So I open the door. There you go. Open the door for him. And he goes, okay, great. You see this book right here? This is the book of every single television station and every single radio in the country. Okay? Now, go get it. And go find a job in that book that you think is going to pay you more. And he throws the book out the door. And everybody in the newsroom already knew it was coming. Because when he held the book up, it was covered in tape. Because apparently he must throw that thing out the door all the time. And the most humiliating thing of it all was you got to go out and he's like, bring the book back when you're done. What was I going to do?
Yeah.
So I'm there looking through the book and thinking, okay, maybe I'll apply for some other place.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I got another job. They paid me $50,000.
Hey, not bad.
The other person was making $100,000. Every time I went there, I'm like, I should have looked to see how much they were making. Anyway, yeah.
Look it up in the book.
In the book. Look it up in the book. Thank you, Larry King. All right.
Iced matcha lemonades.
Okay, Aaron, you're not here anymore.
Frappuccinos.
People are going to get mad at me about that.
About what?
My Starbucks, rant.
Of all the things to get mad at you about, that seems uncontroversial.
Nice. Okay, here comes Nate checking traffic.
All right, Kia of Everett's got the update. Well, so much for Friday light, man. Some routes are lighter than normal, but most of our roadways, major roadways, are packed. We cleared that long-term disabled vehicle, South 405 and Northeast 44th, finally after an hour and a half. But we've got a thick backup starting near Northeast 8th and Bellevue all the way down to Northeast 44th. Bellevue to Renton, still about 50 minutes. Bellevue to Everett is one of our lighter commutes, taking just 40 minutes. Seattle to Everett, same story, 40 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, 45 minutes. You've got that typical 2-mile backup through Linwood, and then it is thick from Northgate Way all the way to I-90. North 5, you're bumper to bumper from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. Southbound 99 is packed from the Zoo down to Mid-Lake Union. The Valley Freeway, South 5, is heavy from Algona into Puyallup, just volume here. And then North 5, we've got that 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup to the Pacific Bridge work zone where you're down to a single lane for the next couple months. This is sending drivers over to I-5 and Federal Way, and now really both directions of I-5 between Federal Way and Fife are pretty heavy. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter with amazing pricing and financing. Now is the time to buy at Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
After hitting a flat note in L.A.
Sam looking, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. That's number 4.
The Seahawks head down yonder to Nashville, looking to get that twang back.
As a team, I think we're in good shape. One loss doesn't define us.
Rocking and rolling their way to another win.
You know, it's about us, how we can get better as a team.
When we do it right, it's all within our wheelhouse.
Seahawks, Titans, Sunday, kickoff at 10 a.m., pregame at 7. Giddy up.
Where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
You know that feeling when your home finally feels organized? That's exactly what Closets by Design gave me. And let me tell you, it is a game changer and a marriage saver. If your closets are bursting at the seams, it's time to call the pros at Closets by Design Seattle. Every job is completely custom. They don't design or use pre-made, predefined, standardized parts like many of their competitors, which can lead to designs that aren't truly maximizing your space. No, with Closets by Design, it's the highest grade products in the industry. Free in-home design consultation. Affordable luxury is the best way to put it. Right now, they're offering big savings up to 40% off, plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. Locally owned, nationally trusted, you're getting the quality and the backing of a national brand, but with friendly local Seattle service. Go to closetsbydesign.com. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed, or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, Let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
Husky Nation, Rivalry for a Reason is on, and every dollar you donate counts as a vote against food insecurity. 100% helps families in need thanks to Northwest Harvest and Safeway. Let's outgive the Ducks. Go to dogsvsducks.org now.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine, and you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's danielnelsonmd.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. An extraordinary turnabout today in the Oval Office.
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought.
President Trump vowing to work with incoming New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani, a man he once called a nut job. CBS's Linda Kenyon has more.
The two previously traded strong words, with President Trump calling Mayor-elect Mamdani a, quote, 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president a despot. But in the Oval Office, Trump struck a friendly tone.
Some of my views have changed.
While Mamdani said he appreciated that the meeting focused on a shared purpose, serving the people of New York City.
Before their meeting, 3 Washington Democrats joined Republicans in the U.S. House today to denounce socialism. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi reports.
Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez, Marilyn Strickland, and Kim Schreier backed a resolution condemning the, quote, horrors of socialism. They broke ranks with fellow Democrats like California's Maxine Waters.
I denounce this administration and all that is going on that's undermining our democracy.
The ranking member of this distinguished committee denouncing Trump, but will not denounce socialism on the House floor of the U.S. House of Representatives.
Missouri Republican Mark Alford, Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
2 people remain in critical condition after a grizzly bear attacked 11 young school children and their teachers on a British Columbia walking trail. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey talked with family of one of those victims.
Macy tells me 3 teachers jumped in between the children and the aggressive bear and took the brunt of the attack.
One's got a bite mark on her leg, the other one's got a fractured fall, and the other one is just badly injured.
The group was on a trail yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. Most of the children suffered minor injuries, including being hit with bear spray. One teacher who gouged the bear's eyes, making it run away, was airlifted to a hospital. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Coming up on 4:32, let's check the roadways. Nate Connors is at the real-time traffic desk.
All right, Aaron, Seattle Sports has our update. We're kind of starting to see, I think we've peaked. Things are starting to slow down out there, or improve, rather. Bellevue to Renton has improved to 40 minutes. We're getting back to normal with a solid backup still from 520 through Factoria, and then from there you're going to start to thin out pretty quickly. Crossing the lake from Bellevue, plan on a half hour on both of our bridge routes. Linwood to Seattle has gone up a few minutes. We're at 50 minutes. We kind of cleared out there in Linwood, but it is getting really thick now from about 130th in Northgate all the way down to I-90. North 5, you're bumper to bumper from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. Tom. Seattle to Federal Way is almost totally cleared out now. We're down to a half hour. And over on the Valley Freeway, we're watching these backups in the south end. South 5 getting heavier from Algona into Puyallup, just volume. And then again, North 5, you've got that 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup through the Pacific Bridge work zone where you're down to a single lane for the next couple months. Tonight at 11 till 3 a.m., northbound 167 is going to close in that section while crews restripe that section of the work zone. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. No rain in the forecast, at least for much of the Puget Sound region. We are seeing some showers up in Skagit County right now. Same for tomorrow, then showers return on Sunday. Right now, 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
KIRO 7 News in the morning brings you the most urgent headlines, the things you need to know before you head out the door. Just like you need that cup of coffee, they'll help you start your day off on the right foot. Live breaking news, KIRO 7 pinpoint weather, and KIRO 7 real-time traffic to help you avoid those back-to-school backups. Check in with KIRO 7 News in the morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m. only on KIRO 7 TV.
Thanks, Joseph. Well said, well read. Bucky's Auto Service Center, 16 locations, been around for 55 years. Take your car there. Okay, so yesterday I happened to mention that
I'll be home for Christmas.
That's right.
You can plan on me.
Yes, you can.
Please.
You know the origin of the song?
No.
World War II. The men were going off to war. And if you listen to the song, they might be in a minor key. It's kind of a sad song.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve
will find you. Yeah, so he's off fighting wars.
He's fantasizing about it.
Will he come back again? Well, you can make it a little bit more exciting if I get a chance to come to your Christmas, because I realized what happened is that Nick and I put the barn up on VRBO or Airbnb, whatever it was, and some family, I don't know who it is, I think like 12 of them are coming in, they're taking the barn, and then Nick goes, well, I'm not going to be here, I'm going to be in Park City. I said, well, what about me? She goes, well, I don't know, you're not going to Park City. I thought you were going to go to Philadelphia, see your brother, and I looked it up on Alaska Airlines. Holy moly, that's a lot of money to fly there. So my brother said, Dad, don't bother. They're just taking advantage of you because it's the holiday. I said, okay, all right, well, now where do I go? And then Rye's like, where are we going to go? I don't have no plans. So they want to go to Lake Sammamish or Lake Chelan and sit in Rye's tiny little apartment. How depressing would that be? So I just sort of thought, yeah, yesterday, why don't I just, put it out there in a desperate move to just go to somebody's house.
You're going to abandon Rye.
Yes, just leave Rye behind. Like,
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from the Christmas Story. All right, so did a lot of people jump in and want to host us?
Yes, we've got many, many invites, and I'm sure they'll continue to come in. But
Okay.
here's a couple of them. Jeff in Olympia says, Curly, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us in Olympia. A South Carolina country boy and a Los Angeles transplant with a fully stocked bar, a gun safe full of bang sticks, and a fire pit story times.
Ooh.
The HOA might not care for our shenanigans, but we don't like them anyway.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
I like that. It's
a bit of a drive.
Country boy, and that's all right. Yeah. That's all right. We're willing to go somewhere for Christmas.
That's all right. Fox Island G says you're not welcome for Christmas, but we are doing a progressive dinner party between 5 of the neighbors' houses in a few weeks after. You're welcome to come to that.
Wait, Fox Island G is not inviting me?
No, but you're invited to the post-Christmas neighborhood party.
Okay. All right.
Brian on Capitol Hill says John can come over to our Friendsgiving on Capitol Hill if he doesn't mind hanging out with a bunch of gay guys. I'm a sous-viding turkey parts. Sous-viding?
I don't
Sounds like a cooking thing.
That for Christmas or for Thanksgiving?
Well, he said Friendsgiving, but I'm assuming it comes around Christmas.
Okay. All right. That's a gay party?
Gay party on Capitol Hill.
Good food.
Brian's great, by the way.
Great decorations.
He's fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rudy and Karen in Wedgwood. We'll take you. We can talk hips. I'm getting a full replacement in January. Bring booze so we can drink yours.
Okay.
Here's one that's close to you. Patrick and Chelan. John can come stay here in Chelan. He can sleep in the guest shed if he wants with the rescue pit bull that he will hopefully adopt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Old man John says, John, I've got the coolest tent ever. I live in Portland. Beer and turkey on outdoor barbecue is the best. Got an extra bedroom in the tent, too. Lights are already up.
In a tent?
So says old man John.
I don't know about that one. Boy, it's getting sadder.
Dutch Rudder in the 253 says Curly can come over and we'll go bar hopping out in Spanaway. Turn him into a real good redneck and eat some crockpot food.
Well, it really brings home the true spirit of Christmas, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Spanaway bar hopping.
That's right. Elliot in Seattle says John can come stay at my house. I won't be there.
Okay. What town's that in?
Elliot in Seattle.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Hee Haw Aaron says, John, regarding your invitation to Christmas, don't worry, I'll have plenty of booze. That is if you're a fan of Kirkland Hard Seltzer. Even though the screaming kids can be a little much sometimes, we have a ton of great fun, outdoor wooded space. We can build a fire, a log cabin, or both.
Again, the traditional building of the log cabin.
That's right. P.S. Don't bring in slacks. Bring suspenders, flannel shirts, if you don't mind getting dirty.
What is it with everybody starting every single one of these invitations with booze?
You did mention that you had a lot of it.
I know, but everybody there is like, there's booze going on. I mean, there are a lot of booze. Booze hounding it.
Get back on the wagon. It is the holidays.
Okay.
Martin and Oak Harbor, John would be welcome at our house on Whidbey Island for Christmas. We have a ton of fun, small family, no drama, lots of laughs. My wife is a wonderful cook.
Okay, so these are getting better. What else? Have one more?
Let's see. Yeah, I got one more here. Robin Kirkland. I would love to host Michael, Rye, and Teeny for Christmas. I'm a great cook. I work for a winery. We have lots of good wine, and we're a lot of fun, just the four of us. It would be a reunion of sorts. Somewhere in the world is a photo of John Michael, Lacey, Charlie, me, my ex-wife, daughter Reagan, and a few dentists and kids from 22 years ago at the Palm Court in the old Four Seasons.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Any jump out at you yet?
You know what I think we should do? Because it's too hard to just pick one.
Right.
I think you just randomly we just pull one out of a hat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because why you can't pick one? Oh, not Spanaway, Kirkland.
That's
then
fair.
you come off as like some hoity-toity guy or something like that.
And you're willing to travel, so
just throw them in a hat, just pull one out, and then there you go.
How about the 12 days of Christmas, and you can go to 12 of them?
Okay, Nate, how about you just traffic in there, Mr. Idea Guy? Here we go.
All right, let's see. Global Credit Union has the update. Bellevue to Everett is starting to fill in. We're crowded from Bellevue to Alderwood, and we're up to 50 minutes. Seattle to Everett, though, still looks good at just 40 minutes, but it's starting to get crowded from Lake City Way to Linwood. You're at freeway speeds here. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, plan on a half hour on both of our bridge routes. Linwood to Seattle is now one of our bigger backups, taking you 50 minutes to make this drive. We're clearing Linwood now, but it is solid from 130th and Northgate all the way down to I-90. Bellevue to Renton's at 40 minutes. It's packed all the way through Bellevue starting at 520. You'll start to clear once you get through Factoria. And really outside of this, we're looking at typical backups that are beginning to thin out pretty quickly at this point. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harger.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Hey everyone, Hartley Wilcox here. And I'm Charlie Wilcox from Wilcox Family Farms. Our family's been raising hens and gathering fresh eggs right here for over 100 years.
That's right. Our hens roam free on green pastures, soaking up the sunshine and living their best chicken lives.
We don't do shortcuts. No cages, no chemicals, just honest-to-goodness eggs laid fresh every day.
And when you buy Wilcox eggs, you're not just getting breakfast. You're supporting local farmers like us. Clean food, and a family that's been doing it right for generations.
So next time you're at the grocery store,
skip the out-of-state eggs and grab the ones with our name on them.
Wilcox Family Farms. Fresh, local, trusted. Find fresh Wilcox eggs at Metropolitan Markets, PCC, or Safeway. And for a healthy snack on the go, grab some ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs in a convenient to-go 2-pack. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Hey there, Don Riling with Olympic Hot Tub. When the weather outside is frightful, a hot tub or sauna is so delightful. Heat up the season and gift yourself year-round wellness from Olympic. A soak in a saltwater hot spring spa is pure bliss, the perfect escape at the end of the day. Or warm body and soul in a Tilo sauna, your ideal retreat. Heck, you deserve both. Our Heat Up the Season savings end November 23rd. Learn more at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Hey, football fans, Steve Rabel here. You know what makes Washington State truly special? It's the people, the everyday champions who serve, care, and connect. This fall, your local credit union, WSECU, is proud to celebrate 4 of these inspiring individuals as part of Washington's Community Champions. Serving Washington since 1957, WSECU is the only credit union named a Forbes Best Credit Union 5 years in a row. Now it's your turn to get in the game. Nominate your hero today at mynorthwest.com/champion.
Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations, also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS4KIDS.
The John Curley Show, everybody. Your texting is good for you. 1-888-973-5476. Oh, welcome, Teeny, back there. Hello. Getting the letter of the day, getting ready on that one. Whatever that means. Okay, so this gal, I didn't know this in North Carolina, that if you, a woman has an affair with a man, the person, so either male or female. Sure. So if the person that gets in there and does a little hanky-panky with a married couple, the person that was involved in the hanky-panky can get sued?
Yes, so if there is an affair of some sort, third party can be sued. So if your wife cheats on you, you can sue the guy she cheated on you with.
But what about her? Does the wife not have some responsibility for the action? Here we go.
A popular North Carolina TikToker will have to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her guilty of destroying a Durham couple's marriage. The lawsuit filed in Durham County Court accused Brene Kennard, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. The suit was brought in civil court by the manager's now ex-wife, KIRO Montague. Akira claimed the affair caused her mental anguish, damage to her health, and deprived her kids of a 2-parent household. Tim Montague eventually left his wife for Kennard.
It's in the background.
I don't know.
The jury found Kennard guilty of both criminal conversation and alienation of affection.
Alienation of affection. Here's this is the TikToker.
Spend Friday with me. We're going to go to DMV.
Then it's going to be good. She got 3.6 million views. So this has got to be really good. Hang on. Let me back it up so you don't lose the context. Hang on.
Spend Friday with me.
Okay.
We're going to go to DMV. Then after that, we're going to figure out what we're going to do next. So I don't have anything planned, but we're going to see.
Oh, cliffhanger. Wow. DMV, we don't know where we're going next. How do I follow this person? What's the clicky sound?
Keyboard or something.
Okay, so update. We're at DMV, but we have 21 people ahead of us. So we're sitting in the car. The DMV that I'm at is very small. So, yeah, that's the update. And then I'll get back to you when we finish.
That's not fair. She keeps teasing us with these updates. So DMV, 20 people on the line's too long, so she's back in the car. But
right.
Again, how do I follow her? How can I be one of the 3.6 million people?
Life of Brene on TikTok.
Alrighty, y'all. It is currently 11:02.
That's kind of her catchphrase already, you all.
Big time jump there, though.
What time is it now?
11 p.m.
What happened?
Alrighty, y'all. It is currently 11:02 right now, and we're about to go to bed. Went to DMV. Didn't really do anything. Came home. Cleaned up the downstairs. I should have filmed it. But
yeah, we want to see her cleaning up.
I need to get a new tripod, so that's one reason why I didn't film it. Maybe the next time.
Oh, maybe she'll take us through the tripod purchasing.
Ooh, I guarantee you that she will.
Okay, and this person's got 3.6 million. Whatever.
So but she's clearly making a living doing just that.
Yeah, whatever the reason, right? 1978, 77, 78, the number one most watched television show was, I told you this yesterday, Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the taste of the American people. So here's the one in North Carolina. This is in 2011. This woman was ordered to pay $30 million from Betty Devane because the woman was the former wife of Donald, whatever his name is, who owned a trucking company, and they settled. So this is another one of these affair things?
Yep, this is the highest payout that the state has ever given.
But like the guy's getting it on with the gal, the third person in this thing. But right. What about he gets screwed over in the divorce?
Yeah, they settle that in the divorce case, so this is on top of that.
That's interesting.
6 states.
6 states have it?
Yep.
I don't think it would stop anybody. It would be like, we should have him here. I don't know. What do you get cost? It's going to cost you money. Nope.
I stop some people.
So here comes Nate checking traffic. Nathan?
All right, no big surprises out there. So let me go over some projects this weekend that might concern you. Northbound 167 actually closes tonight between Stewart and Ellingson Roads for restriping. That's just a few hours. That's between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. It's South 5 through Seattle. We're down to 2 lanes across the Ship Canal Bridge all weekend. The express lanes will stay southbound only, and lanes start closing at 10 o'clock tonight. So that's going to create backups on northbound I-5 as well, because you're not going to have express lanes all weekend. Eastbound 520 shuts down all weekend between I-5 and Montlake from 11 p.m. tonight through 5 a.m. Monday. You can still access eastbound 520 from Montlake Boulevard. Northbound 405, your off-ramps to State Route 522 up there in Bothell closed tonight at 10 o'clock through early Saturday morning around 1 o'clock, and then they will reopen, but they'll be reconfigured, especially eastbound. And then all weekend long, we have a number of ramp closures at the 405 522 interchange. And then tonight, we have Bryan Adams, Pat Benatar at the Climate Pledge Arena. Tomorrow night, it's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and on Sunday, it's Heart at Climate Pledge. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
It's official. Seattle will have a new mayor.
I just spoke with Mayor-elect Katie Wilson to congratulate her on a hard-fought victory.
Stay with KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com for the latest.
I believe in good government, and I believe that there's a lot of work that needs to be done inside City Hall.
From the trusted Northwest News voices you depend on.
Seattle has spoken, asking about real change.
KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
You know that feeling when your home finally feels organized? That's exactly what Closets by Design gave me. And let me tell you, it is a game changer and a marriage saver. If your closets are bursting at the seams, it's time to call the pros at Closets by Design Seattle. Every job is completely custom. They don't design or use pre-made, predefined, standardized parts like many of their competitors, which can lead to designs that aren't truly maximizing your space. No, with Closets by Design, it's the highest grade products in the industry. Free in-home design consultation. Affordable luxury is the best way to put it. Right now, they're offering big savings up to 40% off, plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. Locally owned, nationally trusted, you're getting the quality and the backing of a national brand, but with friendly local Seattle service. Go to closetsbydesign.com. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good-to-Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83 or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope, included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news.
A minimum wage increase proposal is moving forward in unincorporated King County.
KIRO News Radio.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Hey there, Dawn Riling with Olympic Hot Tub. When the weather outside is frightful, a hot tub or sauna is so delightful. Heat up the season and gift yourself year-round wellness from Olympic. A soak in a saltwater hot spring spa is pure bliss, the perfect escape at the end of the day. Or warm body and soul in a Tilo sauna, your ideal retreat. Heck, you deserve both. Our Heat Up the Season savings end November 23rd. Learn more at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. If you're traveling by air this holiday, you're in good company. CBS's Nicole Valdez at the airport in Nashville, Tennessee explains.
Well, we're only a few days away from Thanksgiving, and the FAA says this could be their busiest Thanksgiving period in more than 15 years. Nearly 18 million people expected to go through TSA and airports across the country for more than 360,000 flights across the U.S.
There are, according to FlightAware, over 4,800 delays within, into, or out of the U.S. today and 291 cancellations. The U.S. Supreme Court has temporarily blocked a lower court ruling that found Texas' 2026 congressional redistricting plan likely discriminates on the basis of race. President Trump is giving Ukraine less than a week to respond to his 28-point plan to end the war with Russia. The proposal requires some major concessions for Ukraine. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer has more from London.
This peace would be a capitulation. It was drawn up between the U.S. and Russia without Zelensky's input. He may have no choice but to accept it. A short time ago in Washington, President Trump said it was clear Zelensky didn't have the cards to win.
After a White House meeting, President Trump and New York City's mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani go from adversaries to allies. The mayor-elect campaigned on making New York City more affordable.
The meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
Trump says he could live in New York with Mamdani County as mayor. Following the abduction of several hundred students and a dozen teachers from a Catholic school in Nigeria, 2 states in northern Nigeria have ordered all public schools to be closed over security concerns. The BBC's Fiona McDonald has details.
Officials in Katsina and Plateau states said the move was a temporary measure. It comes after gunmen abducted more than 200 students and staff from a Catholic boarding school in Niger State. Police, soldiers and other security agencies are searching for them in a nearby forest.
A driver on Highway 74 near Bryson City, North Carolina this week called an emergency dispatcher in Swain County after her car windshield was shattered.
All right, and what's going on? Okay, you may not believe me, but I just had a bald eagle drop a cat through my windshield. It absolutely shattered my windshield.
The dispatcher said she did believe the driver, who was okay and managed to safely pull over, but the cat did not survive. It's not clear if it was already dead or died in the fall. Eli Lilly hit $1 trillion in market value today, making it the first drug maker to enter the exclusive club dominated by tech giants. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Coming up, growing concerns over a leaking oil pipeline. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. Seattle to Everett is an easy commute right now, taking just 40 minutes. Bellevue to Everett, though, you're at 50 minutes, and really you've got heavy volumes through Kirkland, and that's the biggest part of your slowdown. Linwood to Seattle, we're pushing an hour right now with a bumper-to-bumper backup from Northgate to the Convention Center, and you're at a full stop at times in this backup. Crossing the lake from Bellevue, 25 minutes on 520, 35 minutes on I-90. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you 40 minutes, still thick through Bellevue, starting at 520 past 112th and Newcastle before you start to thin out. And Tacoma to Olympia, we just hit 1 hour. You're slow through the entire length of South Tacoma. You got a 4-mile thick backup through JBLM, and then more slowing heading into Olympia. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Hey, good evening. I'm Aaron Granello. Washington U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell is demanding answers from BP after a pipeline leak near Everett shut down the Olympic pipeline. This is the main source of jet fuel for SeaTac Airport, which is now relying on fuel trucks to meet demand. Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan.
You're talking about almost 1,800 fuel trucks on a daily basis.
More from KIRO 7 TV's Jake Chapman.
A spokesperson with Alaska Airlines says they aren't experiencing any disruption as of now, but they went on to say to ensure our scheduled service is maintained without significant disruption, they are preparing contingency plans.
Senator Cantwell worries the leak could cause gas prices to spike ahead of the holidays. BP has not yet said when the pipeline will restart. A Seattle family is suing Seattle Public Schools. It claims the district failed to protect their daughter from anti-Semitism at Nathan Hale High School.
According to the lawsuit obtained by KIRO 7, threats, slurs, and vandalism, including swastikas appearing on desks, classrooms, and even the softball dugout where she was the only Jewish player, went unchecked for nearly a year. The family says the freshman was targeted after the October 7th attack on Israel. She was later diagnosed with PTSD. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Tesla is facing a federal lawsuit over sudden acceleration and battery fire risks. This case stems from a 2023 Tacoma crash that killed a woman and badly injured her husband. Court documents say the company knew about these dangers for years. Tesla has not yet commented. A semi-truck carrying chickens rolled over this morning near DuPont, and it created a traffic nightmare. More from KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey on what caused that crash.
Trooper Cameron Watts tells me drugs and alcohol are not a factor. However, for the driver,
based on his own claims, he fell asleep while he was driving. He was cited for negligent driving in the second degree.
The semi was carrying hundreds of chickens. Many got loose and had to be corralled. Many more died. At one point, traffic was backed up 8 miles. The interstate reduced to a single lane. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Dry overnight. Will be mostly dry for tomorrow as well. Rain arrives, though, on Sunday morning. Daytime highs will be in the low to mid 50s. Right now, 50 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
I mean, are we just like bored, spoiled children who've just been lying in the bathtub all day, just playing with their plastic duck, and now they're just thinking, well, what can I do?
Okay, yes, we are bored. We're all bored now.
That's it. My Dinner with Andre right there. Wally Shawn and Andre Gregory.
Oh,
you ever seen that?
I've watched part of it.
When are you bailing out on that one?
It was just not available. I pulled all the clips for
We're
you.
all bored. Not bored. Come on now, everybody. This guy's going to get your goat. If you don't have a goat, get a goat. And then this guy's going to get your goat. Ooh. Hang on. Diving into the news. There we go. I'm a fan of this man's work. I'm not just saying that because you're on the show, Ryan. Ryan McMahon, I got to say something. When I read you, I follow the work that you do at Mises Institute. And I haven't dug into your podcast yet, but I should probably check it out because it seems like right up my alley. Loot and lobbying. Who's looting and who's lobbying over there, Ryan?
That's what it's all about. All lobbying is mostly about looting, unless it's defensive, to just keep them from robbing you. So
yeah. Well,
that's really all what it's all about.
Well, in order to loot and lobby, you got to have a government. You got to have a government that takes control. And the reason you're on is because I saw this article that you had penned. It says, leftists still want to abolish the family. And then I went and I clicked on a couple of links, which, Ryan, you owe me an hour and 55 minutes of my life because I watched the DSA, the Democratic Socialist Association there, the big group of America, and they spent, I don't know, in the 1 hour and 55 minutes talking continuously about how the structure of the American family needs to be abolished so that we can all be free. Can you sort of summarize this thinking on their part?
Well, it's hard to summarize it briefly because there's just so many wacky ideas that go into it. And I confess, I've always found it kind of interesting. Some of these just very strange, far left kind of cultural Marxist arguments about the structure of society. And it's like watching some sort of disaster unfold, a train wreck, who knows? There's just a certain fascination that it brings because the ideas are so bonkers, really, most of the time.
Right.
And so just a lot of the arguments were stuff you've probably heard before, like how all sex is rape. And so anybody who is married is forced to submit to rape constantly. They made points about how the family essentially is kind of an approximation of a prison guard prisoner relationship, that marriage is like incarceration.
Yes.
And they've got all of these theories that really that draw these connections and explain it. And it's kind of mesmerizing to listen to, just the creativity they use to come up with this. But of course, it just has no real basis in fact.
It is mesmerizing to listen to if you can understand them because they are all wearing masks. Right?
Yeah, in 2025, they're wearing masks. Yes, this is an important point.
Okay, going back to the history of it. So Karl Marx and Engels basically believe the reason communism is not taking off is because we got this problem. We have, in society, we have a family. And that structure itself is patriarchal. So you've got a man in charge. The woman is submissive to the man, and then the kids are submissive as well. And then it's almost like a little ecosystem of capitalism. So if we could get in there and break apart the family, the children would be free of this hierarchy and this oppression and capitalism. And then their eyes would be open to a whole new world in which the state, all of us together, get a chance to just sort of take care of all of us. And no one's really possessed anyone. The fact that you say, well, that is my son. Well, that is an act of possession. That's my son. And in this case, Marx believed, let's break apart the family and we restructure society and everyone will have everything that they need.
Yeah, I mean, that's long-term socialist idea is that the family is connected to bourgeois society.
Yeah.
and that especially sort of the nuclear family, right? They saw maybe some tribal older stuff related to extended families and things like that. But then when we're talking about the nuclear family, which is not a modern invention, like David Brooks wrote a controversial article a few years ago saying the nuclear family was a mistake and claiming that it was sort of this newly invented thing. That's not true at all. Like the research, the historical data shows the nuclear family's been around a long, long time, and that most people lived in that structure going way, way back. And this idea that, everybody lived with 50 cousins and their great-grandparents, all this stuff, that was never really the norm in a long, long time, maybe in tribal societies.
Yeah.
And so the Marxists associated this nuclear family with, it's just bourgeois economics and it's bourgeois thinking, and we can get rid of it, then people their minds will open up to these other arrangements. And of course, we could point out other places too where this crops up in the French Revolution, where the family was then seen as this old traditional structure that had to be broken down. And heck, even Plato trashes the idea.
Where's he today, Ryan? Where's Plato today?
Yeah, right. I have heard of him, so that's true. That's in his favor.
Well, listen, so it says, the fact of the family is the obstacle to state power, which brings us to the state of Washington. We sent you a story. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. I think Fox News did it. It's basically explaining how the state wants to continue to be more and more involved in the raising of the child. And we had an initiative. We basically said it's Parents' Bill of Rights. If something happens to the kid in school, the parent needs to be notified right away. If the kid decides, how any 13-year-old can self-diagnose with some type of mental condition, they could all of a sudden say, no, I'm actually a girl, but no, I'm a boy, I'm non-binary, whatever. The state is allowed to withhold that information from the parent. So maybe I'm just paranoid or something, but it seems to me that you get the folks from the Democratic Socialists of America, or you get Karl Marx, the idea that the state needs to slide in there, break apart the family. Am I overreacting to some of this stuff, Ryan, or do you think you see some of it, or am I seeing goblins everywhere?
I'm better safe than sorry. I think you're safer to be on the more paranoid side of things. I mean, why would you trust these people with your children? It seems like it's unwise to come down on that side of things. And I watched the story as well. And of course, I used to work at the Colorado State Legislature, so I've watched state politics here for years and years. And we've had similar things over the years. And obviously, it's a selective argument that, you're allowed to determine what you do with your body for this thing, but you're not allowed, say, for when you can. Heck, these are the same people who are raising the smoking age to 21, right? Yeah. So that tells you everything you need to know about consistency there. They have a certain type of sexual politics, and they want to impose it, and they want to take it away from the parents. They want to make sure the parents don't have influence over the child's decision making. And of course, what they always claim is, the parents, they brainwash their children. So we don't want that. We're going to brainwash them in the schools. I mean, that's all they really want to do.
So Ryan, with that thought, let's continue it. Is that because there is this cabal of socialists or communists or Marxists that are on top of all of this, and they're telling these teachers to do this sort of stuff, and everybody's blind to the fact that there is this group above them, these Marxists that want to break up the family and then create this new society? Or is it just happens to look that way?
I don't think it's a direct line, explicit line of communication. I think, however, what you witnessed in that social democrats or democratic socialist video, right? That's at an academic level where they're talking about all of these theories about family and children and all that stuff. That stuff has a way of filtering down and really sort of permeating the larger culture, especially the sort of people who lean left. They really are being exposed to that in just in social situations and in the books they read and all the stuff. And then they start to believe that stuff, whether they were told to believe it or not by someone at a higher level. So that just gets into their thinking. And then they think, well, obviously these parents, they're old, they're right-wing, they're stodgy, they're too religious. We need to free children's minds from this. I remember this when I was a PhD student, was all these discussions about the undergraduate students, because we were grading them, right? We were teaching the undergraduates. It's like, you're going to get a lot of students. They're going to come in here and they've got all these retro retrograde religious ideas. And how are you going to deal with that? There was this explicit idea of we have to free their minds from this old-fashioned thinking. And that, I'm sure that's just everywhere generally on the left, and they see the public schools as the perfect place to carry out those sorts of policies, which it is.
Right.
The public schools are the perfect way to carry out that sort of policy.
And why is it that why is the trans sort of activists so much aligned with socialism, and then also this idea of creating multiple genders, and then also seeing to want to sort of put the split and create a wedge between the mother and the father and the child? Do you draw lines there?
That's a good question, and it's not totally clear to me because the left wasn't always that way. You could look at, say, like the old 1920s and 30s left, and it was really the working class labor type left. Yeah. Which had very different ideas about the purpose of the family and so on. They were much more aligned with just working class worker thinking, which was seen as lower income than the bourgeois middle class. But now the thinking seems to come from people with PhDs and master's degrees, mostly white people with certainly above median levels of income, that sort of thing. And that seems to be where most of that thinking comes from. I think part of the reason, though, is that the people who think in those terms and are very concerned about sort of the transgender thing, the LGBT thing, they tend to have a lot of money. So what you have is a very small percentage of the general population with large amounts of money guiding the thinking through those interest groups. I think that's really where that's coming from. It used to be more of a mass appeal sort of thing, the American left, and it's really changed into this small sliver of wealthy people who I think control the ideology now.
It's funny. I thought I'd have you on here, and that you would be farther out into. And we're using the word right for lack of a better word. I'm beyond you on all of this because I'm like looking at you, Ryan. I'm like, well, let me ask you this one. So we had Otto von Bismarck, right, sets up, hey, we're going to start to provide the welfare state. He did it primarily because he wanted to stop communism because they saw communism as a big threat. So come up, quick, come up with something. So Bismarck's like, I got an idea. How about retirement? How about we pay for this and how about we pay for that? Now, he was not a communist by any means, but he sort of used the money in order to stop everybody from looking at communism as a possibility. Now, the question is, does the state step in and start to provide food for all the kids? And then additional payments for everybody. And so the state you become dependent upon the state for so much, not only food, but clothing and then education. And then we're going to give you money. You don't have to go to work. The dependence upon the state. And I think it was Otto Bismarck said that if we can make them dependent, we can count on their vote. I don't know if that's ever attributed to him, but I've seen it written numerous times. So is the fact that like the state wanting to feed all the kids, regardless of how much money you make, that the state will feed, is that also not another wedge where the state is coming in and trying to break apart the child from the mother and father?
Yes, I think,
am I in cuckoo town? Am I in cuckoo town right now?
Well, Bismarck said this explicitly. I think the quote you're looking for is when Bismarck said something along the lines of, is we want to chain the people to us with the chains of gratitude. They wanted to create this idea that we, the ruling class, will make the working class very thankful to us, and we'll do what we say then.
Yes.
And this was explicit.
Yeah.
And he thought he would also get them elected. It didn't actually work. They ended up losing out to the socialists a few years later. But yeah, it shouldn't be forgotten that the conservatives in Europe essentially invented the welfare state. This was true in England as well, where the people we now call the Tories, they hated the middle class. They hated like the entrepreneur class of people, the people who own the factories, the people who own small businesses. They called those people the least patriotic people in England. Why? Because they were financially independent and they wanted to create something new and different and independent of the British ruling class. And so they were hated by the conservatives at that time, even though these were bourgeois middle class people who socially were quite conservative. In fact, their middle class values were far more conservative than those of the ruling class, who were always gallivanting with their mistresses and everything, right? And so there's been that long tension there where they have used then their power to try and do an end run around the middle classes and create this bond between the wealthy ruling class and create dependency with the working class, people who they felt could be bought, and also people who they could then prevent from becoming financially independent on their own. They didn't want that,
right?
Because then those people would owe the state nothing and not be filled with gratitude for the gifts of the state. So it's been an explicit policy.
So when you see the amount of money that's being spent on social services, and like, for instance, okay, so they stopped the SNAP benefits for a while, and then we are beaten over the head with stories of the fact that the mother can't feed the child, and that 44 million Americans are on food stamps or getting assistance from the government. Isn't that another link in that chain of gratitude and dependence?
Oh, I think very much so. And it also coincides with further decline in the family and marriage and child rearing and all of that stuff. You'll hear from both leftists and from conservatives this idea that, well, if we just create government policy to support people more. Just about 5 years ago, the conservatives were on this big kick to create a federal program for paid family leave.
Yes.
I remember this was all over the news back then. And then, of course, the left is always saying, well, if you just give more socialized medicine out, people will have more children and they'll raise families more. But that's not true at all. It's well documented now that in Sweden, as the welfare state expanded, the birth rate went down. It's now well documented that in Poland and Hungary, where in recent decades, they have implemented explicit policies designed to make people have more children. It hasn't worked at all, that the birth rate has only continued to go down. So this idea that, well, people will be better off, they'll be more financially secure, and then maybe, hey, they'll even have more children, it never works.
The system of trying to break up the family, which is Marxists have been trying to do since 1857, it's still going on today. Are they making progress with all of the inroads, either through schooling or through any other form of education or indoctrination? Are they starting to break apart the family? Is it dissolving because of the efforts of the state?
Well, there are some pretty monumental studies that go back into the 1960s. One is the most famous one is, I think, by a sociologist named David Popenoe. And his goes from 1960 to 1990. And he says, look, this is just a story of decline. Every metric we look at, the family is in decline. And this is in marriage rates. It's in the number of children people have. It's in the amount of time people spend with their children, right? The amount of time people spend around family members has gone down significantly in recent decades. So now often the longest lasting, the most significant relationship in your life is not with a family member, it's with some state agent, or it's with that government check you get every month. That's the most reliable, regular thing in your life, is some sort of transaction you have with a government agency. And because many of these people, the number of people who live alone, the number of divorcees, the unmarried, all of the childless, all of these numbers have gone way, way up, and family simply is receding as an important institution.
Thanks, Ryan McMahon. What a horrible way to end this interview. Say one thing positive.
Hey, well, I mean, I think a lot of people are starting to figure this out.
There we go.
The younger people, Gen Z, I think they're figuring out they were brainwashed. They got screwed on this, and they at least seem to think that something is wrong. Have they figured out the solution? I don't think so, but at least they know something.
They know something's wrong. And if you know something's right as well, go to Loot and Lobbying, your podcast, your great work. I'll continue to follow all of your great writing. Thanks a lot for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, there's Nate Chung in Traffic. Nathan.
Here I am. For those headed to the Pat Benatar, Bryan Adams concert at Climate Pledge Arena this evening, this is what's ahead of you. South 5 jammed up from Northgate into downtown. Southbound 99, you're heavy from Green Lake across the Aurora Bridge. Seattle to Everett is just a 35-minute drive. Bellevue to Everett, just 45 minutes. Crossing the lake from Bellevue into Seattle, 25 minutes on 520. We're at 35 now on I-90. Bellevue to Renton, the 35-minute commute. It is really thick from Northeast 8th and Bellevue through Factoria, and then you're going to thin out pretty quickly. Northbound 167 still jam-packed through the Pacific Bridge work zone. About a 2-mile bumper-to-bumper backup. 25 minutes to clear this. Tacoma to Olympia, we've improved to 50 minutes. You're slow through South Tacoma. We're down to a 3-mile backup through JBLM, and then another backup between Lacey and Olympia. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
We are gearing up for the holiday week, and so are Bellevue Police.
Hint, retail thieves beware.
Casey McNerney from the King County Prosecutor's Office joins us for Crime and Punishment.
Sunday morning football, Hawks highlights from Tennessee.
All the day's news, traffic, and weather.
I hope you can join us Monday 5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
You know that feeling when your home finally feels organized? That's exactly what Closets by Design gave me. And let me tell you, it is a game changer and a marriage saver. If your closets are bursting at the seams, it's time to call the pros at Closets by Design Seattle. Every job is completely custom. They don't design or use pre-made, predefined, standardized parts like many of their competitors, which can lead to designs that aren't truly maximizing your space. No, with Closets by Design, it's the highest grade products in the industry. Free in-home design consultation. Affordable luxury is the best way to put it. Right now, they're offering big savings up to 40% off, plus an additional 15% off with 18 months financing and free installation. Locally owned, nationally trusted, you're getting the quality and the backing of a national brand, but with friendly local Seattle service. Go to closetsbydesign.com. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Hey, it's John Curley with Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. Doc, I heard that 50% of Americans have their lenses replaced by the time they're 75.
That's exactly right, John. As we near 50, our eye's natural lens starts to become dysfunctional. If you've now added readers to your need for glasses and contacts, it's a sign the quality and function of your natural lens is fading, and it's a steady decline towards cataracts.
Don't go another 20-plus years with poor vision, hassling with contacts and readers. Do what I did. Choose a quick, painless refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE and start enjoying great vision now.
Our new lens technology is truly amazing. After replacing over 100,000 lenses, we have the experience to guide each patient to their best solution, even if that's recommending you wait a little while before RLE.
K2 Vision RLE can restore distance and near vision permanently, plus never develop a cataract. Read the reviews and schedule a free Zoom consultation now at k2visionrle.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope, included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. 3 Washington Democrats join a Republican-led resolution to denounce the, quote, horrors of socialism. Representatives Marie Glueson-Camp-Perez, Marilyn Strickland, and Kim Schreiner all signed on, the measure coming ahead of President Trump's meeting with New York's incoming mayor, Zohran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist.
They have been outspoken adversaries, with President Trump calling the mayor-elect, quote, a 100% communist lunatic, and Mamdani calling the president, quote, authoritarian and a despot. But none of that seemed to matter when the two met face to face.
The meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
President Trump echoed Mamdani's sentiment.
He wants to see no crime. He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with.
And he added,
I'll be cheering for him.
Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
We are now hearing from the family of one of the victims of a grizzly bear attack in British Columbia. It injured 11 people, including several school children and their teachers. More from KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Macy tells me she watched the injured 4th and 5th graders walking back to their school moments after the attack.
They were crying, they were screaming, their hearts were racing, obviously.
The bear attacked the group yesterday near the town of Bella Coola, about 260 miles north of Vancouver. One parent told media her 10-year-old son felt the bear's hair against his skin as he ran away. Teachers jumped in front of the bear to save the children. One gouged the bear's eyes and it ran away. He was airlifted to a hospital. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
2 victims were last listed in critical condition. One suffered a fractured skull. Amazon has started issuing payments to eligible Prime members as part of a $2.5 billion settlement.
The online retailer was accused by the FTC of misleading customers into enrolling in Prime and then making it hard for them to cancel. You'll get the automatic payment if you signed up for the service between June 23rd, 2019 and June 23rd, 2025. You'll need to accept the refund of about $51 within 15 days of receiving it. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk. Here's Nate Connors.
Alrighty, that drive north of Seattle and Bellevue have peaked and are beginning to thin out. Quite the opposite, though, heading south. South 5 is jammed up from Northgate into downtown. 45 minutes right now from Linwood to Seattle. Southbound 99 heavy from Green Lake across the Aurora Bridge. North 5, you're heavy from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. Crossing the lake from Bellevue, it's a better trip on 520 at 25 minutes. 35 minutes on I-90. Bellevue to Renton will take you 35 minutes. You're thick from Northeast 8th and Bellevue all the way through Factoria before you start to thin out. Northbound 167, we're jam-packed through that Pacific Bridge work zone still. About a 2-mile backup. Give yourself 20 to 25 minutes to clear this. And Tacoma to Olympia at 50 minutes. Still pretty slow through South Tacoma. Got a couple mile backup through JBLM and yet another backup between Lacey and Olympia. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Will stay mostly cloudy tonight, but no rain in the forecast for most of us. Same for tomorrow, and then we'll see some rain return by Sunday morning. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh my goodness. Latini, get ready. She loves spinning the big wheel, the Wilcox Family Farm Eggs recipe wheel. There you go, Teeny. I see it. She fixed it. Landed on Teeny. All right, so this is where one of us gets to give a Wilcox Family Farm Eggs recipe, what they like to do with the eggs. Teeny, it's landed on you. And your answer is?
I know exactly what is going to happen. Potato.
All right, there we go. Wilcox Family Farm Eggs recipes available for you. Oh, they're on MyNorthwest.com. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The loudest, angriest notorious Jew. Here he comes. Oh, no! Wait a minute. You've
Assalamu alaikum, my holy brother.
You fled New York. Where are you? Are you in hiding?
Everyone, the second Mamdani got elected, they all moved to Miami, and I said, no, I'm going to Birmingham, Alabama, baby. We're the Miami of Alabama. I'm performing out here tomorrow, which is it's pretty funny. I went from the Free Press watch party last night, watching Cuomo lose, to Birmingham, straight shot.
How does your comedy play in Birmingham, Alabama?
The Goyim love it. No, I got it. They understand. If there's anything I've learned, smartest thing I ever did was learning how to do 45 minutes of comedy without cursing that I can do for synagogues and churches.
That's right.
If you're a church out there that wants to, bring a diversity hire, by all means, have me come out there.
You are in a pretty good...
Our Lady of Sorrow, have me out. Saint Episcopal, whatever, have me out, all of it.
Do it all. You're in pretty good mood considering Mamdani, who apparently is really into this global... destruction of the Jews.
Globalize the Intifada. Yeah. It's a term many Jewish people and even the U.S. Holocaust Museum say is a rallying cry to kill Jews. Mamdani says he's heard those concerns, but he maintains that the phrase means a struggle for basic human rights for Palestinians and many Muslims.
My point is not that this is language that I use. It is a larger point about these words have different meaning for many different people.
I have to admit, I thought that he was saying globalize the Rosh Hashanah. And I was like, yeah, we do got to do more Rosh Hashanah. He has got out there and he said that he's not going to tell people not to say the globalize the Intifada. He's just going to discourage against it. I think that, to be honest, realistically, he was leading by a lot in the polling. 83% of his constituents that voted for him listed Israel as a top 3 reason why they voted for him. Does that have anything to do with the mayoral election in New York? No. But, hey, they list it to them because I just go on for them. But, if I'm him, there's no reason to rock the boat. There's no reason to tell people not to say this incredibly damaging thing. Now that we are past the election, that he is the mayor, I would like for him to start addressing this stuff a little bit more head on. He needs to address anti-Semitic hate speech that came from anti-Israel spaces that he is from. I'm not saying that all the protesters were anti-Semitic. I think that the ADL and the messaging from the Cuomo team and all of those places that label everything anti-Semitic, it ain't working. Yeah. Every time they did anything, anytime they tried to attack him, all it did was make him more powerful. And at some point, these organizations have to get it through their head that it just is not working at all. Also, Andrew Cuomo is somehow less likable than the Firefest guy. they ran the most unlikable human being, and we're like, why is no one into this?
Right. One of them killed your grandma, right? That would be Cuomo when he put him in the nursing home.
And then he diddled our nieces on the way to the funeral.
Okay. So this is the biggest turnout since 1969 in New York City when Lindsay won. Were you shocked that Mamdani, who is a quote-unquote democratic socialist, won by just extraordinary numbers?
No, I can't emphasize this enough. Cuomo should not have been running. He lost basic thing. If you looked at the mayoral, the candidate, if you look at the voting thing, like the voting sheet, his name is bottom right in between 2 other names. So he's not even a front of mind person that is being brought up. You have to know that he was running for it. He lost the primary fair and square. He should not have thrown his name back into it. Eric Adams, he was never going to win. I'm dead serious here, and I'm going to say something crazy. If they actually, truly, truly cared about getting a shot to take Mamdani out, they should have put all of the money and effort and support behind Sliwa. He had the Republican base behind him. He's a nutcase, a lovable, goofy nutcase. Watching my favorite part of the debates was they were just they were like, has anyone here ever called 311, the emergency helpline? And Cuomo was like, I called it once to see if it was bad, and it was bad. And then Mamdani's like, yeah, we called it once to help it fix our furnace. And then Slee was like, I'm on hold with them right now. Okay. They're like, what departments do you need to fix? And, and Cuomo's like, we need to fix HUD, and Mamdani is like, we need to fix the housing section. And then Sliwa is like, we got to get the Haitians and the Irish to agree with each other on Roosevelt Avenue.
Anybody that doesn't know Curtis, right? He is the guy that started the Guardians, the Angels, right, with the red berets there in New York. I was living there at the time when they first started. You'd see them in the subways. He was shot, I think, twice by the mob that tried to silence him. He's got 17 cats. And he did not give up. They kept saying, drop out. You're going to kill you. Mamdani's going to win if you don't drop out. You really think if the money had gotten behind Curtis that he could have possibly won? I think he's 77 years old or something like that?
He wasn't going to drop out. This is a guy who only recently got convinced not to wear a fancy red beret to an important event. What are we talking about here? He's a shock jock from New York. If part of the calculation was that the only way for Cuomo to win was to have Sliwa dropped out, then guess what? That calculation is stupid. They should have looked at it realistically. We should have stopped pretending to ourselves. Sliwa was crazy. Yeah. I'm not saying that but if you actually wanted to have a shot at him winning, Cuomo was never going to win. It's either you pull off an upset with Sliwa. I can totally see Sliwa in a one-on-one debate outdoing Mamdani, having a couple of clippable, quotable moments that end up going viral and catch the zeitgeist in the right way. And that's there is a chance that would have worked, but Cuomo was just never going to work. Yeah. And then also, let's talk about this. The same group of people, and there's no conspiracy. I'm a Jew. I love Israel. I don't like the government.
Wait a minute. You're a Jew?
I play one on TV.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm Jewish. I love Israel. My sisters live there. I visit Israel. I don't like the government. The branding for Israel over the past 2 years, I think we can all agree, not great. They didn't do a good job at branding Israel. They didn't do a good job at fighting misinformation. They didn't do a good job at explaining the war. And that's why you have so many people that are okay with the intifada language and the this and the that, right?
Yeah.
Those same people who were in charge or had an effort in defining the messaging in Israel moved their effing grift onto Cuomo. Look at the teams of people that were in charge of his social media campaign and the messaging that was going out there, and the ones that were stumping for him and going onto Fox News and CNN. It was the same people who failed at messaging in Israel. The messaging in Israel came across as unfeeling and cold and racist, and they brought that over the campaign. So you had these unlikable D-bags getting hired by the most unlikable D-bag in the world and wondering why no one thinks this guy is likable. It's stupid, and we keep on doing the same thing over and over and over, and at some point, something's got to change.
Okay, hey, Tom, one last thing before we let you go, and I'll let you get into the Birmingham crowd there. Are you at all concerned for Jews in New York City now with Mamdani?
We have to be practical about this. There needs to be work on the Jewish side, 1,000%. There's stuff that Mamdani has to do. Mamdani has to calm his base. I will say him hiring Jessica Tisch as the NYPD commissioner does, calm a lot of that. Once again, did not vote for him, would not vote for him. He has work he needs to do. But for the Jewish community, I think we do need to take a breath, take a realistic look at the situation, and then pick and choose our moments about where we need to push and where we don't need to push. This morning, there was a swastika that was drawn on a school in Brooklyn, Megan David, who I had played Yeshiva League floor hockey against. So it hits close to home, obviously.
Yes.
But there was a yeshiva in Brooklyn that had a swastika drawn on it. Mamdani had a message today that was we got to root out the scourge that does stuff like this. Great. Mamdani, label the scourge, root it out, name names, name organizations, and let's go forward.
Good.
And he has a big chance to do a lot of unity initiatives. The Muslim community and the Jewish community need to have a unity moment. And I do think about Mamdani, if he actually does truly care about making a difference, he will put in unity initiatives.
And then what's the Yiddish you would say to somebody, not kinahara, but the idea of living long, or what's the thing about long life, or what do you say at the end of something when you do a toast to somebody? Not l'chaim.
Don't invest in that fakakta Ponzi scheme.
That's it. There we go. Thank you, Eitan. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love you. There we go. Here's Nate in traffic. Nathan.
Bellevue to Everett, just 40 minutes, a half hour to Linwood, and you're still crowded between Kirkland and Canyon Park. Seattle to Everett also at 40 minutes, 25 minutes to Linwood, and it's still crowded between Shoreline and Linwood. Heading into Seattle, southbound I-5, we're still really thick from Northgate into downtown. It's 45 minutes from Linwood to Seattle. North 5 is still heavy from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. Bellevue to Renton, give yourself 35 minutes. Heavy volumes from Northeast 8th down to Northeast 44th in Renton. Westbound 90, you're bumper to bumper from 150th and Eastgate over to 405. And if you're crossing over Tiger Mountain and westbound 18, you're gonna deal with a 2-mile thick backup heading up the summit. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
John Curley here for Longevity Medical Clinic. I have to tell you, I don't know where I would be in my life without Longevity Medical Clinic. I've been a patient for 15 years. It's so easy to get started. Schedule a free health analysis appointment online with LongevityMedicalClinic.com. During your visit, you're going to spend a full hour with your doctor to craft a comprehensive health plan tailored to your exact needs and lifestyle. I've been able to reduce my risk for serious disease like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Longevity will help you plan for long-term well-being and personalized healthcare. The approach is really simple. It's proactive. It focuses on prevention, going beyond the traditional model of just merely managing your symptoms and treating conditions as they arise. Let's face it, just because you're getting older, we're all getting older, it doesn't mean you have to fall apart. Get started with your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. That's LongevityMedicalClinic.com. Again, that's LongevityMedicalClinic.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey there, Don Reiling with Olympic Hot Tub. When the weather outside is frightful, a hot tub or sauna is so delightful. Heat up the season and gift yourself year-round wellness from Olympic. A soak in a saltwater hot spring spa is pure bliss, the perfect escape at the end of the day. Or warm body and soul in a Tilo sauna, your ideal retreat. Heck, you deserve both. Our Heat Up the Season savings end November 23rd. Learn more at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
83 or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it and on other toll roads in Washington.
The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. Somebody will just text you out of the blue. Hey, how you doing? Are you settling into your new home or something? And you go, I'm sorry, who is this? And then they'll write back, oh, I wrote your number down. Is this not Ella? This is Molly. We all met playing golf at some place. Like, what? Right? And then so I know it's a total scam. Just like they're scamming you. They're just trying to get you on WhatsApp and then they're getting you money. So you can't quite see it on this. Maybe you can. I haven't been engaging with this scammer for about 48 hours, right? I mean, look how much I've written this person.
Oh, my God.
And they've sent me, I told them, she goes, hey, are you having a good day? It's like, Michael, you having a great day? I'm thinking about you. Wait a minute. You went from getting the wrong number to all of a sudden thinking about me and asking me. I said, yes, I'm actually going to go meet my boss. I might be getting a promotion. Well, Good luck. You certainly deserve it.
You guys are trading breakfast photos.
Yeah, she is, right? Yeah. And then I said, well, I'm going up and I come back down. How did it go? Did your boss recognize the great value that you bring to this company every single day? Like, oh, yeah, that's the way people talk. And I said, yeah, I bought myself a Porsche. And I took a picture of the Porsche. Yeah. And, oh, you deserve that. It's obviously, it's a computer. There's no way a human being is doing all this talking, right? Where do you live? Seattle and Park City. Oh, listen to what she says about being in Seattle. Seattle and Park City are both great cities, and I really like Seattle. My visit to the Space Needle and its unique design left a deep impression on me. Were you sitting on top of it? So then...
Wait, and then you keep asking me, oh, she wants to know where I work. What should I say? Oh, no.
I work at Amazon.
Yeah, no, but no. Oh, don't say you work there.
But I've got it. I said, I'm in the middle of something. It's pretty serious. I don't know if I can talk about it. She goes, of course we can talk about it. We can talk about anything. We're friends, aren't we? Like, friends?
You're just playing the long game with a PC?
Yeah. We can talk about anything without reservations. I think that's how friendship should be. I thought we were already friends, but I believe we can build our even stronger relationship and friendship. Please speak to me about anything. I'm a good listener. Wait till I hear what the problem is when I tell her.
You have so much invested in this.
I've got
becoming a distraction.
I've got an uncle who's gay, having an affair with his doctor. They're going to fake his death and then move to Madagascar. I got a whole plan.
You are going to spend so much time with this over the weekend.
She wants to switch me over to WhatsApp, but that's where it gets dangerous. Yeah. Nope. Oh, wait till my aunt finds out that my made-up uncle is gay, having an affair with a doctor, is going to fake his death and head him to Madagascar. Wow, but first let's go to Nate checking traffic. Nate.
Yeah, hello. Mercer Island, westbound 90 at the entrance of the Mercer Tunnel. We have a brand new crash blocking 2 center lanes. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle right now is 20 minutes on both 520 and I-90. Obviously, this is going to spike for the I-90 commute. South 5 heading into Seattle, still bumper to bumper from Northgate into downtown. 45 minutes from Linwood to Seattle. North 5, you're heavy from the Michigan Curve into downtown. Bellevue to Renton, 35 minutes, still heavy from Northeast 8th down to about Northeast 44th there in Renton. And really everywhere else is starting to thin out pretty rapidly at this point. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
John Curley here for Longevity Medical Clinic. I have to tell you, I don't know where I would be in my life without Longevity Medical Clinic. I've been a patient for 15 years. It's so easy to get started. Schedule a free health analysis appointment online with longevitymedicalclinic.com. During your visit, you're going to spend a full hour with your doctor to craft a comprehensive health plan tailored to your exact needs and lifestyle. I've been able to reduce my risk for serious disease like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Longevity will help you plan for long-term well-being and personalized health care. The approach is really simple. It's proactive. It focuses on prevention, going beyond the traditional model of just merely managing your symptoms and treating conditions as they arise. Let's face it, just because you're getting older, we're all getting older, it doesn't mean you have to fall apart. Get started with your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. That's longevitymedicalclinic.com. Again, that's longevitymedicalclinic.com.
This season, gift yourself the chance to slow down and truly savor holiday wonders just a short journey from home. Victoria, BC glows with festive lights, charming traditions, and the space to reconnect with yourself, loved ones, and the joy of the season. Victoria is just a scenic ferry or seaplane ride from Seattle, making it the perfect getaway. This Christmas, step into a more relaxed rhythm. Plan your trip at tourismvictoria.com.
Hey, it's Brock Ewart here, and you got to take the First Mark Insurance Challenge. It could save you a lot of money and get your family better coverage. First Mark has saved my family thousands of dollars every year. Take the First Mark Challenge. It's totally free. Just simply go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Out at the Wilcox family farm, our hens roam freely on fresh green pasture. But that means predators like coyotes and eagles are always nearby. That's where our team of Great Pyrenees help out. These gentle giants were born to protect, and they become a part of our family. Raised alongside the chickens from puppyhood. Our hens are raised humanely, our practices are organic, and our promise is simple. Fresh eggs straight from our farm to your table. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Choosing a company to replace your windows and doors can be like throwing a dart blindfolded. With so many options, how do you hit the bullseye? Adrian here, owner of Lake Washington Windows and Doors. We know it's a challenge, but our team is committed to guiding you with patience, knowledge, and professionalism. And that commitment is why you voted us Best in the Northwest for 2025. So thank you. To celebrate, we're offering an incredible 5-year, zero-interest financing plus 15% off until the end of the month. For quality, comfort, and peace of mind, visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
Welcome to this week's Puget Sound Express Whale Report. Humpback whales and Biggs orcas were the story out on the water the past week. Among the humpbacks being seen is an individual known as Griffin, who was spotted a few days ago. Griffin rarely comes into our waters, so it was a special treat to see him. Speaking of special treats, we're getting close to the holidays, and the team at Puget Sound Express want to remind you that whale watching during the holidays is a special holiday tradition that brings families together and is a unique Pacific Northwest experience. Family-run Puget Sound Express offers guaranteed whale-watching tours departing from Edmonds. These half-day tours are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Warm boats, homemade blueberry buckle. Don't miss out on your chance to see orcas and humpbacks in the wild. Family-run Puget Sound Express guarantees you'll see whales or your next trip is absolutely free. Book online at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at revivemenshealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. North.